What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new stream on Lex Alexis Premier League coverage for today. We have got a Manchester derby to comment on. Manchester City versus Manchester United. I'll use this time to also react to what's happened with Championship and Premier League as well. We have some pretty big results and talking points to discuss as well. If you saw my 3 p.m. watch along yesterday, you would have known that we had some crazy games to go on about. Chelsea giving me numerous heart attacks, seeing an incredible point won by Brighton against Liverpool at Anfield. We saw a tremendous comeback from Ipswich to win against Portsmouth 3-2, which gave subject to Portsmouth's first defeat of the season. No team in League One is now unbeaten. So there's a lot to really just digest, but I'm sure the focus of today is going to be on this Manchester derby, which I will be commentating for you guys today. It kicks off at 2 p.m. Got 25 minutes to preview the teams, the Premier League, and just to react to other things going on as well. I'll also be talking to you guys as well, and we'll be hoping that it will just be a really fun stream for all of us. I'm just hoping it's a good game because it's a Manchester derby. In general, with derbies, they can be quite hit and miss in terms of the entertainment factor. But one thing about the Manchester derby, we always see drama. So that's what I'm hoping that we're seeing here. I'm just currently watching Gary Neville interview Erling Haaland. Let's see who's here. Darraj, he's pleased about Coventry winning. Yeah, I'll talk about that in my review video, which will be coming out tomorrow. I think I may record it actually straight after the stream, actually. Need to actually see all the goals though before I comment anything, and I actually got to make my predictions as well. So in fact, that might take a bit longer for me to get ready, but I will try and get it recorded tonight, and it will be uploaded tomorrow. That's what I plan to, at least. Good draw for us, says Jack. Yeah, a brilliant draw for Birmingham indeed. Looking like that they weren't really in the game against Sheffield United, but Sheffield United will be regretting not taking many of their chances there, and could be a small vulnerability about them, about their chance creation. Got 9 points yesterday from the Championship. Is that in the predictions? If that's the case, I definitely need to look at that. One game that is actually currently taking place in the Championship is Watford and Stoke, which I believe... Did I say a draw or Watford win? I think I said a draw, didn't I? So if that's the case, I am most definitely wrong, because Watford are looking very comfortable at the moment. Yeah, because I think I did say that Bilic is going to have a difficult start, but yeah, this Stoke team just really puzzles me. I thought they'd give more for what they have done at the moment there. I'm just going to prepare everything in terms of the tabs, because I've actually not prepared any of them so far. Can't wait to go to Borough on Wednesday. Well, you put the laughing emoji, but you never know. You just never know sometimes in football that they could always turn up in that one time. But I'm sure there's no other better team to play up against than Middlesbrough right now. There's a lot of frustrations going around with Middlesbrough and West Brom, and so many teams really that we will discuss. Jack Legend, thank you so much for the donation. Got the chink going on as well. The 2 pints there. I'm sure he's already celebrating Birmingham, expecting to get 3 points against Middlesbrough. Well, I'll remember that comment, but thank you so much, Jack, for continuously supporting the channel. Thanks, Blue Tay, for that, and for that, you are once again going to be my pinned comment, because it's going to save me having to try and promote the channel. So I'll just do that very, very quickly for you guys. As I'm doing that, leave your predictions for the Manchester derby in the comments down below. I'll be very intrigued to know what you think is going to be happening in the game. And bloody hell, the likes has gone to 18. I'm telling you what, we've nearly got as many likes as we had in all of yesterday's stream. So thank you guys so much. I am ecstatic with that. Thank you so much, guys. I did not expect it to start so well, actually, with this stream. So thank you guys so much for that. So yeah, we're on 18 likes at the moment. Let's try 25 likes before kickoff. Maybe that's a bit hard, maybe impossible even, but I always back this community to do something. So thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Seeing your predictions come in, I'll read that in a minute. Just to tell you guys how we're doing with subs. We're 1,477, 23 away from 1,500. It is not far away. 1,480 might be a good target for today. Considering that yesterday I was on 1,469, This is a really good amount of growth there. We could definitely get to 1,500 if it's a really good stream. But, you know, I'm just pleased that it's looking a little bit more interactive than yesterday. So thank you guys for turning up today. Let's read some predictions. Shigster, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Going for a 1-1 draw. Interesting. Chris Wilder to get sacked soon. Yeah, we'll react on Middlesbrough and West Brom just struggling once again. I'd lose to Dream last night. Well, albeit, I don't know if you were actually... I don't know if you were at an event or whatever, but if you were celebrating Birmingham getting the point, then good on you. Good on you. 4-1 Man City, 2-1 United. So again, some people predicting... In fact, why am I not doing a poll? I'm literally just thought I could do a poll here. So yeah, let's do the traditional. What will happen in this game? So all of you putting your predictions down. Now you guys can have a chance to vote because we all live in a democratic society. Personally, for me, I think Man City will win 3-1, but I'm interested more than anything to see how Manchester United are going to react to this. Yeah, I think I just read that there for all those comments there. Watford are 3-0 up. Right, okay. You know what? I definitely will have to try and create another tab just to show what's going on in that game. Watford smashing it by the looks of things. Yeah, there we go. So school didn't show until now. Right, let's show. Okay, here we are. So, Stoke 0, Watford 3. Alex Neil in charge, and it's not looking like that he's got a solution at the moment. Ismail Assar scoring the first goal. 1-0 going into half-time. You've got a front... Well, you've got a... Let's look at actually the teams. You have Bursic, Fox, Flint, Wilmore, Laurent, Sterling. Oh, Dujon Sterling, I forgot they signed him. Will Smallbone, Lewis Baker, Tariq Fosu, Liam Delap and Dwight Gale. Bloody hell. So a strike partnership like that and to get 0 goals. Not great, isn't it? You've got Batman there, Kamara, Sirialta, Kabaseli, Gasper, Chowdhury, Kayembe, Samo, who scored one of the goals, Sarr with the first goal, and Keenan Davis just scored the recent one there. Esprilla with a 5.8. I don't know why he's got that low of a rating. I probably will find out very, very soon. But he did get subbed off quite recently or near the start. Yeah, it was actually an argument there, and he got subbed there with Imran Louza coming on there. What that means to the championship table, Watford are within touching distance by returning into the top 6, only 1 point behind Blackburn. Stoke still just in a very mediocre position in 17th place, but definitely below what they should be aiming for. So that's my brief sort of reaction to that game. What's everyone else saying about that at the moment? Oh, you're at your sister's wedding. Ah, that's right. Okay, there's a good excuse to drink then. Haaland versus Martinez should be an interesting head-to-head there. Not even a question, says OG Games. I mean, yeah, but Manchester United have done this before with Solskjaer, actually, where we've completely written them off and they somehow pull off a couple of wins out of the bag there. Stoke's defence has been poor. I feel like quite similar with Middlesbrough. They, on paper, have a really good team, but their defence is not up to par, and their strikers are just not in the quality as they're expected anymore. So, I think that's what it is. Now, Daraj with a comment that he's not a big fan of Zach Steffen. So, was he at fault for Gyökeres' goal? I mean, I need to see how he... How many subscribers do I need to create a poll? Do you mean the community tab, Shigster? Because if you're talking about the community tab, it used to be 1,000, but I think they've lowered it down to 500, I think. Because I remember I randomly got the email saying you can make community tabs, and I didn't have 1,000 subscribers. I know back in the day when it was out for the first time, you needed 1,000 subs, but I think you need 500 now, but correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you may actually know more than me. Almost 4-0, says Jack. Wow. Watford are completely ripping them apart then. So 5 of you voted on the poll. If you've not voted on the poll, please do so. Right, we've talked about Watford already. Let's actually cover the game we're supposed to be watching, which is Manchester City versus Manchester United. So a Manchester derby. In terms of the positions of the table, Man City, 17 points with 7 games played. If they do not win this game, then Arsenal will at least be 3 points clear at this stage of the season. I think it's fair to say that Arsenal should be taken seriously. Maybe away from home against like the so-called Big Six, maybe they may fall short. But in terms of the other teams in the table, they've completely defied expectations. And I know they played against Spurs, which will be considered as a top 16. But I think at Emirates, I think they've got a really, really good setup there. Manchester United with the best form in the Premier League, with 4 wins in a row, which resulted in Erik ten Hag winning Manager of the Month. They're on 12 points, which a draw would put them just below Chelsea, because Chelsea would have scored more goals unless they could score 2 goals and be involved in the 2-2 draw. But yeah, a win for them would put them right up to 4th place, which will overtake Brighton, which is very interesting there. Let's look at the teams. We're looking like both teams have got some really big injuries. I mean, you've got Laporte, who's been out, and Stones picking up a quite recent one, and Phillips has just been, he's not even made an appearance yet. With Man United, Dubraka, I forgot they signed him. Got Harry Maguire, which was the big news flash they had there. Van der Beek, we already knew, and Rashford picked up an injury quite recently as well. Let's analyse these teams. We'll go to the team in blue. We've got Ederson in goal, Cancelo, Ake, and Kanji, and Kyle Walker. So I don't know much about this Akanji guy, but I think they got him quite recently. And I believe, I remember how I know this name. He was in the Euros, and he was actually one. That's such a really good bit of business by Manchester City. I don't know if he was Borussia Mönchengladbach, or I think he was a Bundesliga defender. And I remember him being an absolute nightmare. I think he was really, really good for Switzerland in the Euros. Played a big part in Switzerland beating France. That's some really good business by City. You've got Kyle Walker as right back there. You've got Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. For front three, you've got Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, and Phil Foden. That's a really strong team by Man City there. With Manchester United, however, you've got David De Gea, Malacia, who's back at left back with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. I think that is the best centre-back partnership that they could offer. Diogo Dalot as right back. You've got McTominay and Eriksen as the midfield two there. I'm sure Manchester United fans will not like McTominay playing. But he could do a job with what he has to do, with the amount of passion that he plays, and if he can break up the play, he's done his job. You've got Sancho, Bruno Fernandes with Anthony there. I'm excited to see Anthony again, because I think he wasn't entirely consistent, but he had flares of really exciting moments. And Marcus Rashford is playing. Wow. So he's fighting his injury quite literally there. And who do they have on the bench? So Martial, I think, is injured. So pretty much Ronaldo I can see as their only other option if Rashford can't play on with his injury. On the bench for Man City, you've got Carson, Ortega, you've got Laporte fighting for the bench there. Gomez, Lewis, Ruben Diaz has dropped in the bench with Cole Palmer, Julian Alvarez, and Riyad Mahrez. I think, Riyad Mahrez not starting is probably the biggest surprise for City's part. For Manchester United, you've got Heaton, Shaw, Lindelof, Fred, which was interesting to see if it was either Fred or McTominay playing with Eriksen there, Elanga, Pelistri, and Casemiro not starting again, who's had a pretty slow start at Manchester United. He has played quite a fair bit, but I'm almost certain, did he play a bit of a part to play when Man City lost to Real Sociedad in the Europa League? You guys might be able to know more than me, but I knew that he had a couple of alright games, but then he had a pretty bad moment with the Europa League for Manchester United quite recently. But nevertheless, it's two very strong teams with two talented sides with a huge amount of financial power. Let's read some more comments there. Gyökeres took the shot one-on-one with the goalkeeper, touched him, and then went to the back of the net. Right, well, I'll see if Zach Steffen should make himself bigger enough. At half-time, Stoke did have a few decent chances, but after that, it's been all Watford. And it is 4-0 apparently in that game. Let's yes, you're right. It is 4-0. Let's actually react to this now. Well, what a debut this is for Slaven Bilic as Watford manager. He's done absolutely everything that they would have wanted. And Watford have picked up an away win, which I'm more surprised than anything. Let's look at this here. Do you see this here, guys? This is currently their first away win of the season. Watford were up, like right up there for like having one for worst away records in the league. This will be their first away win of the season. And the goal scorer for the fourth was Vakun Isov Bayer, with Loser getting the assist. So the new signings are combining very, very well here. 4-0, and that still puts Watford in 7th. Stoke still 17th, but probably a little bit lucky in a way that they're not further down. If they concede one more goal, Stoke, they will fall down to at least, well, at most they can fall down to is 18th place. What can Alex Neil do from there? It's not a really encouraging result for Stoke City. I mean, I can already see from the Twitter page that the fans are just not even... I mean, it's basically mocking the people that said that Michael O'Neill was the problem, which I think he played a small part of their problems. But it's clear to me, defensively, I think we've massively overhyped them a bit. And clearly, going forward, they've not got any confidence. So if you don't have confidence and you don't have a back line that's going to be reliable, then you're pretty screwed, aren't you? Let's read more comments. I'm trying to get the timer ready. How am I, says Honeygun. Welcome, Harry, to the stream, by the way. Sorry I've not said hi yet. I've been catching up with comments. Mintoon, I love that Blue Terrier there. Stoke fans are leaving, looked empty throughout the game. Oh, dear me. They really are not enjoying this season at all. Gatsby is our king, says Blue Terrier. Well, how would I tell you that Gatsby is here? He is here today. So that's 2 streams in a row that he's going to make an appearance. AJ Wharf, I've not seen you for a while. Good to see you. Without Diaz or even more importantly Rodri, I could see United result win of a draw. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, there's no Rodri in that defensive midfield position. That could be a bit of a blow. And I don't even see Rodri on the bench. Or like even in the injury list. I don't know what's happened with Rodri there. I mean, De Bruyne, I think, will offer enough in an attacking sense. Gundogan is a good leader, and he has provided some very clutch moments. Bernardo Silva is the interesting one that I have in that midfield position. But I do have a small bit of concern of a defensive point of view, potentially. Ake, I wouldn't say is the strongest centre-back that they've got. I feel like Diaz would definitely be a stronger option there. Akanji, I think, is a very good signing. I've almost forgot Man City actually did that bit of business there, and I think he could potentially maybe play a little bit more up as a defensive mid, potentially. It could be like a very similar situation with Fernandinho or potentially Philipp Lahm transitioning from defence to a defensive mid. Pep does like to use those versatile defenders, so we wouldn't be surprised if he does actually do that, transitioning from a 4 to a 3 maybe, allowing more wide players to be a little bit more free. Pep is always very cryptic to try and work out what he's going to do, which is why Man City are so difficult to beat and why they look so organised, is that he's just got the right qualities to make sure that every single player on that pitch knows what they're doing. Really, really good manager, and I almost just hate that, he's a rival manager, really. Brighton doing well after Potter left. I feel like they were doing well anyway, but definitely getting an away draw against Liverpool has confirmed to me that maybe, the players that they've just recruited have just been really good. I just think Brighton as a general, and Brentford are the same as well. I think they're 2 very, very well-run clubs, and because of that, they're arguably pushing above for what they should expect. Why Manchester City playing Nathan Ake? Well, yeah, I did point that out. It's all about the hair. Don't play Chelsea, play Man City next. Liverpool equals draw merchants, says Dalraj there. They are struggling a little bit, Liverpool, at the moment, which I don't know if it's like a Jurgen Klopp thing, because there was something yesterday about his 7th season, particularly, he tends to struggle in his 7th season, a bit like Mourinho that struggles with his 3rd season. Jurgen Klopp has like a 7-season cycle that in the 7th season, okay, there's some empty seats in quite a fair few of the areas of the Etihad there. I know Etihad is a really big stadium, and Man City have actually got a really good stadium, but if you've got a derby, you would at least try and fill out your home crowd. I'm seeing blank patch there, blank patch there, blank. That section's almost empty. Come on, Man City. I know we make jokes about you in terms of not having the biggest fan base compared to Manchester United, but the very least that you could do if you're going to be dominating this season is that you need to get more people in your stadium, man. You really got to. I'm seeing blank spaces everywhere. Well, I could say that, and then we could potentially see some more blank spaces in the away end. But I can guarantee you now that there'll be less empty seats at Manchester United's ends. I'm telling you this now. I'm surprised. You know, this is 5 minutes before kickoff, and there's quite a lot of empty seats. Unless they're still just going back from the toilet and just going back to the stadium. I don't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of empty seats, really. I don't think we've conceded in the first 15 minutes this season. Is that true? That might be true. Yeah, potentially. They're still one of the best teams in Europe. Yeah, I know. Even though people do hate Man City, yeah. I mean, it's difficult to like them, based on the structure they do, but it's also difficult not to agree that they are one of the best of the business at the moment. Right. Let's just cover the Championship very quickly because it is a result. It is now Stoke 0, Watford 4. Brilliant win for Watford. Exactly what they needed to get into midweek. And it feels like to me that potentially now, if Blinic can still continue with the confidence of getting the best out of his players, that he will be the man to take Watford to the Premier League. I don't see them as a Premier League ready team yet, but they got to at least get through the hard bit first, which is a long slog of a Championship season. Stoke, on the other hand, is then low man's land right now. That's all I can say. So just in case people are arriving just before I was previewing this game, let's just remind everyone of the teams. You've got Edison and goal, João Cancelo, Nathan Ake, Akanji, and Kyle Walker. Ake, I'm not too sure about that selection there, but Akanji, know him from the internationals that he played in Switzerland. And people are going to have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was previously a Borussia Mönchengladbach player. Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne as a midfield three. No Rodri, which could be a big blow, but they definitely have got the right creative players to hurt Manchester United. With Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, and of course, and Phil Foden up front. For Manchester United, you've got De Gea, Malacia, Martinez, Varane, and Dalot. I think the best back four they could hope for at the moment. Eriksen and McTominay as the midfield two. Jadon Sancho, Fernandes, and Anthony as your midfield three. I'm excited to see Anthony in particular. And Marcus Rashford, who did have an injury doubt, but he is soldiering on. But I'll be a bit worried if I was a Man United fan, because on the bench, you've got a very injury-prone Martial and Ronaldo, who's not going to be the most reliable and quickest anymore. So, yeah, quite worried with Manchester United with a striker situation. But other than that, I think the rest of the team's looking pretty solid. 9 of you voted for the poll. So, guys, if you're not voted on the poll yet, please do so, because you've got a chance to predict what you think will happen in this game. And currently, it is a tie. 33% say Man City win, 33% say draw, and 33% say Man United win. More people need to vote so that we can get a clear winner. It's literally a three-way tie, which I have never seen before in my polls. Can you see Sunjic is playing on the bench for Hertha Berlin? I'll see if Sunjic is around at the moment. Yep, I've talked about 4-0 Watford there. I'm going to make a few predictions for Coventry City's next games. For Bristol City, draw. Burnley, Sheffield United, we're going to lose. Yeah, Burnley, Sheffield United, I think, are almost a cult above a majority of the teams in this league, really. So they'll definitely give Coventry a rough game. Bristol City's intriguing because after them losing out in the way that they did against QPR, I'm now not so sure if they're going to be as good as they suggest. It seems that they're going through. It seems like they're going through a tough period now. A really bad streak. I could vote on my number accounts, but that won't be fair. Oh yeah, true. I mean, I'm sure there's other people in the stream that can vote. I mean, yeah, I'm not the biggest of streamers anyway. Shouldn't really expect much. Anyway, thank you guys for supporting the channel so far. We've made it to 20 likes before kickoff, which is not bad actually. A pretty respectable effort. So thank you guys so much for that. In terms of subscribers, we're on 1,477 still. 3 subs away from 1,480. So guys, if you've not hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do so. We're trying to push to 1,500 subscribers as well, which will be amazing if we can get there. And thank you, Jack, as well for the donation as well. Just to let you know, guys, that you can actually donate to the channel as well, which does really help as well. There's a threshold that you have to exceed, and eventually when the threshold is exceeded, you do receive payments. And those payments will be going directly to finance tickets and other things beneficial for the channel as well. But I've got to say thank you guys so much for the support so far. Right, we're definitely going to get a breakaway now in terms of the three-way tie because someone else has just voted. Right. It is just about to kick off. I've just noticed my timer is not working, so I'm hoping if I can fix that quickly, I might be able to catch it. Right, might actually catch it, actually. Let's just see if I start it. Would it work? Doesn't look it. Oh no, it is there. Okay, so let's actually stop that and we can actually reset that then. I didn't actually think the timer was going to be working. Right, it is just about to kick off. Manchester United are going to start off with kickoff, and it's Bruno Fernandes standing on the centre circle that will be starting the kickoff for this game. Whilst I'm also going to go through that, I'm just going to check if there's been any more predictions being predicted on my channel, just so I can save those. Martin Tyler and Gary Neville and yours truly, Lex Alexis, will also be commentating through this game to the best that I can. Michael Oliver is the referee today. Right, what's your views on Michael Oliver? I mean, they all feel like the same to me. That's a very bizarre camera angle. I didn't actually think they were kicking off. Right, okay. Need to time this properly there. With 5 seconds in, Manchester United have officially kicked off. 0-0. Let's see what happens in this Manchester derby. Manchester City can close the gap onto Arsenal with a win, and they feel like they really should try and get a win if they want to chase them down. Manchester United can get top 4 and will get top 4 Manchester United after this weekend if they win this game. So quite a fair bit on the line for both teams, actually. You know, both with good, decent stakes. So I'm hoping that that is really going to get a lot of intensity for these two teams. Right, so I'm actually going to end the poll here, just so I can read my comments. So literally, it's actually a tie. 36% each saying Man City and Man United for a win. Wow. Who would have thought that Watford would win 4-0 today? I didn't. Maybe some people predicted a Watford win, but Watford have not won away from home, so I didn't predict Watford to win away from home. But wow, they blew us all up. Excuse me, they blew us all away today. Stoke and Cardiff, I don't know, says Darish. Yeah, they're really tricky to predict right now. I heard Bristol City fans saying their defending is not good. Well, I can agree that their attack is much better than their back line. Diego Dallo concedes a foul there. Is he going to get... He got booked already? How's he getting booked 1 minute and a half in? Right, let's see if that's a foul. So, Grealish... yeah, it's a foul, but is it a yellow card offence? I'm not sure, to be honest. Goldbridge would be raging at that. I can definitely tell you this now. Who has the worst defence in the Championship? Hull will be up there for me. I dare say Middlesbrough right now, to be honest. It's not great. And Huddersfield, I think those three. Diver on the pitch, says Jack. The free kick is going in. Ake heads it, and De Gea collects it. Shame it's not 100 quid. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine. It's still a donation, so thank you so much, Jack, for that. Rashford tries to pick out Ericsson. Oh no, it's Dallo, sorry. He's up against Jack Grealish, so it looks like there's that battle in the left-hand side. We've got Dallo and Grealish there. Okay, Akanji as well. Here's Erling Haaland to Jack Grealish in the left-hand side. Through ball to find Bernardo Silva. Cross comes in. Haaland with a header. Crossed away. Shot. Good save by De Gea. Rebound blocked again. What a start by Man City. Nearly scored again. Oh my gosh. Right. So, I mean, the attack's not over. Here's Gundogan now. My goodness me. Manchester City fans, Manchester United fans will have literally hearts in their mouth. Grealish with the cross. cleared by Varane and cleared probably by McTominay. McTominay actually will get some credit there because he made a big part for defending that. Kyle Walker, and he passes it to Ederson. I need to see the chance again. It started with an Erling Haaland header, which wasn't properly cleared, and then it got to a shot which was blocked by McTominay, and then it followed up again with De Gea making a really good save. Here comes Man City again. Foden to De Bruyne. All players falling over on Manchester United's box. Kyle Walker keeps it alive. It's not the best of clearances there. Here's Phil Foden. What a start this is turning out to be. Manchester City looking very up for this. Here's Nathan Ake. Akanji there. He's wearing a number 25 shirt. Got that very similar composure to what Fernandinho had as well. You know, I could definitely see a lot of similarities there. Nathan Ake passing it wide. Right, okay. Looks like Manchester United have got a little bit more organisation now. And Manchester City are going to have to just be a bit more patient with their build-up play now. It did look like Manchester United were half asleep in that opening 30 seconds there. Here's Ake. He's got a couple of people to deal with. I tell you, we've got a couple of Manchester City players playing quite a fair bit deep. Especially, I mean, we've got Cancelo playing pretty deep at the moment. Akanji, going to pass it to Nathan Ake again. Man City getting a lot of the ball, which you would expect Manchester City to get more possession there. Bernardo Silva to Ake. He's up against Fernandes, who's trying to press, but it's not worked out. Ederson playing out for the back, finds a good pass to Gundogan. Good play between Gundogan and Cancelo there. Cancelo, he's got Dalot to beat, and he does beat him very, very well there. A long ball going in, trying to find Bernardo Silva, but it's well defended. It's now back to Manchester United's possession with Bruno Fernandes on the ball. Creative ball to try and find Eriksen, but Nathan Ake sniffs out the danger. Manchester City's last home results have resulted in 7 wins in a row and actually 4 clean sheets in those 7 games as well. You know, they conceded 2 against Villa, they conceded 2 against Palace. Oh, this could be a chance. Here's Bernardo Silva in the left-hand side. He's up against McTominay. Passing it down to Jack Grealish, making it to the penalty box. Erling Haaland tries to find Grealish, but he does get blocked off. De Gea looking quite frustrated with how his back line... Okay, well... it's a tight offside call. Now, that header, which was cleared by McTominay, De Bruyne with a shot which was saved, and then McTominay blocks the follow-up shot from Bernardo Silva. So, ultimately, it was McTominay that actually didn't have the best of clearances at the start, which resulted De Bruyne having that shot. But then, the pair with the save, but Bernardo Silva, that shot that should have gone in. McTominay actually redeems himself by blocking that shot entirely. So that was what happened in the first couple of events there. Jack is showing his Manchester United support at the moment there. Here's Christian Eriksen. And yeah, it's not the best of balls there. Akanji sniffs out the danger. 34 minutes in the stream and 6 minutes into this game. Still 0-0, but I've got to say I'm really... excited actually to see the rest of this game. It's got a really good tempo to it. It's not really been quite a slow game at the moment. Manchester City oh, that's a bad mistake by Grealish, but it's well defended by Akanji there. He's done very well there. So to De Bruyne, and there's Akanji playing a very advanced role for a defender, probably playing in that CDM role like I was explaining. It's Phil Foden, Jack Grealish passing it to Gundogan, Jan Cancelo. Is he going to take a shot? No, he's going to pass it to Bernardo Silva. Foden! Goal! Just like that. 7 minutes in. Manchester City take the lead. Very, very easy stuff for them there. Manchester United will not be happy how they were defensively organised with that. But it's a really nice attack. And it actually started with Akanji winning that tackle, actually. So it could have been a really bad situation because Grealish gave the ball away. I think it was straight to Fernandes. But it was Akanji that won it back. And it was a good play. Gundogan finding Jan Cancelo. Then Bernardo Silva, and then I don't know what happened defensively. Let's see this there. So, I mean, the Manchester United players are nowhere near anyone. There's a good space between Eriksen and Varane. Varane can't block it. De Gea can't get near it. people may say, oh, De Gea should save that, but he gets obstructed by Varane as well. So, not the ideal start for Manchester United there, but Manchester City, they've made their really good start count with a really good goal by Phil Foden, his third goal of the season. That is 1-0 to Manchester City. And the question is it going to stay 1-0 to the Sky Blues of Manchester? It's just a shame there's not many viewers there, because I'm actually really enjoying watching this game at the moment there. I think a lot of people will be watching Goldbridge. I know Matt's even streaming as well, so got a lot of competition to deal with, which is what I should have expected. You know, maybe I would have maybe I would have got more traction, you know, seeing Stoke and Watford. But you know, I feel like this was definitely the best game to watch. You know, so I'm interested to see how it goes. Okay, so we've got 9 minutes in, 1-0 Man City. They've just scored, which was from Phil Foden. Manchester United not out of it. You know, it's only one goal. Fernandes tries to find Rashford, but Akanji gets ahead of him. Really good defending by Akanji there. I need to know how old he is as well, because I think he's a young defender as well. He feels like a typical defender that Liverpool would sign, you know. But Man City did well to snap him up in the way that he did. I'm intrigued now, because I really do like him, and I remember liking him. Oh, he's a Dortmund player. Okay, he was not Mönchengladbach. He used to play for Dortmund. But he is Swiss, which is how I remember him because of his performances in the Euros. I was going to check about Hertha Berlin, I think, as well, to see if, Sundic is playing. So, they are playing in the next 19 minutes, Hertha Berlin and Hoffenheim. I know who Uremovic is. He's in Hertha Berlin squad. Here's Manchester United with a bit of an opening there. Rashford. Oh, but the touch is trampoline, and it's a good clearance by Gundogan. And Foden clears it up as well. Ivan Sundic is playing for Hertha Berlin, by the way, Jack. So he is actually playing right in the middle of that midfield as well. So he's playing in that diamond role. That striker Chris Martin that plays for Bristol City always scores against us. He scored against us last season at Leicester, and then we beat them 3-2, and he's also scored in the cup as well. Well, it'll be good for anyone to put a bet on Chris Martin to score. But the thing is, he's not starting many games for Bristol City at the moment. Conway and Wells have been the two strikers that Pearson has really gone with. Val, which I think is by Dallo again. Dallow's got to be quite careful here, you know, considering he's already been booked by Michael Oliver. So Dallow's got to definitely watch himself. I mean, he shouldn't really be in the position that he's in, that, you know, he's been cautioned. But considering he's been booked as early as he has done, that is going to affect how he's going to have to play as well. But Manchester City have got a free kick in the left-hand side of the penalty box, about 20 yards from goal, I'd estimate. Could be a good set-piece situation. Haaland will probably be thinking, you know, I've got the stature and the height to get ahead on it. Oh, okay, it was won by Ake, but then it didn't really divert towards goal. Ericsson clears it. It's a throw-in to Manchester City. What? What's going on here? Oh, Bernardo Silva was going to take the throw-in, but he's given it to Kyle Walker instead. I'd say that's a good decision there. .12 minutes in. It's kind of been a little bit more quiet in this game in terms of chances at the moment. Phil Foden with a creative run. Malacia, it looks like he gets the ball off him there. Through ball there. Edison comes off his goal. I can definitely see how Man United are playing. They're definitely trying to play on the break and the through ball. Trying to catch Manchester City out. I wouldn't say their back line is high enough to potentially get enough effectiveness for that. But at the moment, you know, it is definitely, I think, the best option that Manchester United can hope for in terms of trying to attack this Man City team. Considering, you know, how forward they can be. Here's Malacia, passing to Jadon Sancho, defended by Bernardo Silva. It's a throw into Man United. Blue Terrier says Lee Nichols did the Cow the Dragon impression yesterday. Oh dear. I'll have to see the goal, the own goal at least, to see what happened there. Bristol City have the second worst defence in the Championship. Yeah, I believe Hull actually have the worst defensive record. But yeah, Bristol City do concede a lot of goals. So I'm not wrong when I'm saying that. Honestly, if they improve their defence, they could be a really strong team. I've just realised Gatsby's here. I did announce it, but I've not shown you guys yet. But he is fast asleep, so I'll be mindful. Oh, in fact, he has moved a bit. Come on. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. He is there. He's just very, very, very sleepy, as he always is. Right. 30 minutes in. Still 1-0 Man City. Is it going to be the only goal we see? I don't think so. I think we'll get a couple of goals in this game today. I'd say you should score against Bristol City, Darraj. I know, Coventry have been renowned of not being clinical, despite the chances you create. But if you've got enough good chances that you can create, you should be able to get enough of an opportunity there. It's shocking, really, because actually Bristol City have had a good defensive record at home, but against QPR when they were 2-0 down, I was thinking, wow, okay. So their last couple of home... this is a mistake by Kyle Walker. Jadon Sancho could take advantage. Shot. All it is a shot by Ericsson. I think it's a bit of a deflection, but it is... it is a shot. I mean, yeah, that's not great play by Kyle Walker there. Invites Jadon Sancho with almost an assist. Christian Eriksen runs forward and just gets a little knock on it. And it's an easy save by Ederson. If you're talking about the giveaway of Gatsby, he's not for sale. He's mine. Own goal wasn't his fault, but the third goal we should have had a simple pick up and he let it under. And oh dear, right, okay. Well, I will. I've got to say, after this stream, I typically do start planning for my review video. So that will be the time where I'll start watching the goals and I'll be able to note down what I've seen. And I'm actually going to make my predictions for midweek as well. So there's a lot to actually cover in that video today. 15 minutes in, 1-0 still, and it's looking... Oh, okay, Man City going a bit direct there. That's a brilliant touch by Foden. Potential handball, potentially by Malacia, but it's not been given. De Bruyne wins it back to Kyle Walker, and Rashford has done well. And Kanji... Oh, that's... Okay. Could be a chance for Rashford. Nothing given. Right, well, Man United fans, will be very frustrated with that. A bit of a clash between Rashford and Akanji, and a bit of pressure on his part. He tries to play out from the back. Ederson does some crazy slide to keep the ball in, but it could have gone to Rashford where he literally would have had a free goal to shoot at, but Akanji just ruffling him enough just to put him off. But no foul was given by Michael Oliver there. Here's Jack Grealish with Haaland. Oh, yeah, that's a free kick. Definitely a free kick there. I mean, people like to say that Grealish dies, but that to me did look like a foul. Grealish has actually done quite a few decent things so far. And I'm liking the build-up between him and Haaland right now. It's just that one pass, or one touch pass actually by Haaland to find him there. Shows great intelligent play there. Yeah, it is a foul by Lisandro Martinez, and it is a free kick for Man City. Literally on the D. On the D in terms of the football pitch is what I meant to say there. This could be Kevin De Bruyne territory, I think. You can definitely hit a good strike from there. Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan looks like both of them are standing over it. So definitely at least one of them will be taking it. I would put De Bruyne on this. I still remember to this day one free kick goal scored against Chelsea, which was just pinpoint, like perfect. So I think De Bruyne should take it. Whether he will take it, we'll find out. It's going to be interesting to see if Manchester United can defend it. No, Gundogan's taking it. Oh! That was really close. So it hit the outside of the post. I literally thought it would be De Bruyne. Oh, that was close. It did look wide to begin with, but it somehow curved back in a way that it actually came off the post in the end. Very, very close effort there by Gundogan. Would have De Bruyne put that in? I mean, I guess we'll never know. Right, De Bruyne gets penalised for handball there. Manchester City, United, sorry, try and play it quickly. Sancho gets intercepted completely by Bernardo Silva. Here's Phil Foden passing it to Gundogan. Manchester City looking very confident so far. Here's Kevin De Bruyne up against Christian Eriksen. Now to Phil Foden against Malacia. Oh, a bit of pulling going around by Malacia there, but nothing being awarded for a free kick there. Akanji now down to Nathan Ake. Passing it to João Cancelo. He's playing the left-hand side today. Ake still on the ball. Ake will probably up there with one of the most touches so far. Foden keeps the ball in play very intelligently, actually. Good ball to De Bruyne. Ball goes in. Martinez doesn't really clear it, but it's enough to disrupt Manchester City's flow. Good interception there, but it's well defended again. Cancelo doing really well, but now he's out of position. This could be a good chance. Delo, but the cross is not there. It's defended by Akanji. Sancho to Rashford. A little bit of build up there, but it's intercepted by Bernardo Silva there. Passing out from the back, and Ederson collects. Easy peasy. There's definitely some brief moments where Manchester United can definitely hurt Man City, but they've just not really had enough time to have that, to be honest, because they've been chasing around for the ball so much in this game that I think it's really disrupted the way that they typically play, which is very dominant play, really. They really do like to try and dominate. But when they beat Arsenal, though, they even still had spells of domination there by using the ball there. They've got to try and play it a bit differently here. Good ball by Grealish. Silva keeps it in. Foden! Oh! Foden inside the box again. Thought it was going to be goal number 2 for Foden. Gundogan again making things happen. Grealish, and it's a great ball by Grealish to find Bernardo Silva, keeping the ball in. Haaland does a small contribution there. Foden with the shot. It's not the best of shots, unfortunately, there. High and wide of the ball, and Pep not happy with that shot at all by the looks of things there. Still 1-0 Manchester City. Manchester United, however, have not had a shot. Not even a shot on goal. They've not had a shot so far. OG says who scored. It was Phil Foden, 7th minute of the match. And it was a really nice bit of play, actually, in the left-hand side as well. Grealish and Bernardo Silva with a good amount of impact there. I think it's going to be a throw-in to Manchester United. Nearly said the wrong Manchester club. But yeah, it was Phil Foden who scored. De Gea playing out for the back. It's giving it to Rafael Varane. It was poor defending and marking on Phil Foden, really, unfortunately, there. It was actually Gundogan who I think started off that attack as well. And I tell you what, Gundogan's a very important player in that team, actually. His vision of the game is really good. Ederson playing out from the back to Akanji, who's also been pretty good so far, who is a newer player for Manchester City, but knew the name immediately because I knew he was one of the best European defenders in the Euros last year. You may remember being in that Switzerland team, that very Switzerland team that managed to beat France in the Euros. Here's Bernardo Silva, but he's getting a bit of a hard time in the moment. It's a Manchester United throw-in. Definitely wanted a foul there, but I think it was actually good defending by Eriksen there. Well, playing out from the back for Manchester United, and whilst it's them trying to get more control of the ball, it's not really seen them going anywhere at the moment. They're looking a little bit predictable at the moment. Here's McTominay, who gives the ball straight to Grealish. What can happen here? Grealish. Oh, okay. It looks like McTominay does defend that in the end with a couple of deflections there. Very dangerous stuff by McTominay there. He's got to be very careful with that. Here's Fernandes to Rashford. And Rashford playing a poor ball now. And that's definitely going to be at least a yellow card. They would have wanted a red card thinking it was a denial of goal scoring opportunity. But no, I think it's similar position of the goals, lack of goal, well, for the incident against Palace and Chelsea. I think it's a very similar place where the foul took place. So yeah, for me, no, yeah, for me, not quite red card, but yeah, definitely very dangerous intentions by Tyrell Malacia there. And fact of the day, Malacia, since he's actually started in the Manchester United team, they've actually not lost in the Prem. But it does look like that they're about to get their first defeat with Malacia starting in the Prem at the moment, with them being 1-0 down. Free kick was pulled by Man City though, and Man United win it back. They are now going to try and attack with Sancho, but De Bruyne's making things difficult there. McTominay now on the ball with some good play. The ball goes in and Akanji heads it away, and Foden just adds his coolness to it. He's got a lot of confidence right now. And now Man City go out and play out from the back, and now they don't even need to hurry up in this game because they've got their goal. Now it's just thinking, right, are they going to wind the clock down, or are they going to naturally just try and frustrate Man United long enough that they can find space to get another goal within them? Oh, sorry for yawning. I'm so sorry. But they definitely are playing with a lesser tempo as they had at the start of the game. They definitely wanted an early goal. I feel like that's something that Pep would have wanted. Good ball. Here's Haaland. Tries to find Foden. It looks like Martinez does a good job trying to defend that. Ball goes in, Fernandes. And it's to Eriksen, to the left-hand side, to Anthony, who I've actually forgotten he was playing, to be honest. Lisandro Martinez passing it back to Rafael Varane. Manchester United having now a little bit of a ball, but it's not really going to help their possession stats. Here's Dello passing it to McTominay, to Varane, and here goes Manchester United playing out for the back, but not really the time to be doing that, Man United. You need to be trying to get to a goal before half-time, and this is not going to do it. Goal kick by De Gea finds Malacia, and it's a good ball as well by De Gea. And a free kick's been awarded for Manchester United's favour, which Pep was not pleased about at all, actually. Passing it back to Eriksen. Eriksen trying to find Delay, but it's very easy for Cancelo to defend. Here's Jack Grealish again, who's had a pretty decent game so far. Here is Cancelo. It was tackled by McTominay, but it is a corner to Manchester City. 25 minutes gone, 1-0 to Manchester City. We could use this time actually to look at stats. Before I do that though, if you guys have not liked the stream yet, please do smash the like button. It really does help the growth of this channel. We've actually stayed on 20 likes for quite some time. So guys, if we can get to 25 likes before half time, that would be a brilliant achievement for the channel. In terms of subscribers go, we're still on 1,477, so not much has happened today. But guys, thank you so much as always for showing your support. Oh, maybe it's okay. It's a throw-in for Manchester City. But thank you guys as always for the support. 1,477, nearly at 1,500, and that'll be a brilliant achievement. And remember, 2,000, I lose my beard, which honestly I feel like I need to actually change up my style a little bit. Gatsby's just now moving further away from us there. You're not going to say hello? No? He's going to fall back asleep, but he's further away. That's great. That's nice and friendly of you, isn't it? People are going to see you before you decide to inevitably disappear. Bernardo Silva on the ball, passing it to Kyle Walker. It looks so comfortable for Manchester City at the moment, and that will be, I think, what Erik ten Hag's going to be very disappointed with. Now, Manchester City have just played with almost like in cruise control. I'd expect the pressing to be a little bit more intense, and when it has been intense, it's just not resulted in anything positive for Manchester United there. I mean, Man United have had one shot, which was that Eriksen chance, which didn't even give himself time to shoot, unfortunately for him there. They've had 3 shots on target, Man City, to Manchester United's 1, which, to regurgitate again, was from Eriksen. Kyle Walker, right-hand side, giving it to Bernardo Silva, who's played pretty much in every position I can think of, really. He's been left, right, middle, back line. He's been everywhere, Bernardo Silva. Here's João Cancelo. Jack Grealish does well to pass it to João Cancelo. Here's Gundogan. Grealish again. Back to Cancelo. And he's going to pass it back to Ederson. We're going to see quite a fair bit of this, I think, which I'm hoping is not going to last throughout the whole game. You know, Manchester City definitely playing on second gear. They're not having that same intensity as they had in the first 5 minutes. Although this could be a good chance here. Here's Jack Grealish. Marauding into the left-hand side as well. De Bruyne with the shot. It's wide. Poor shot by De Bruyne, I've got to be honest, especially what he's capable of. It is definitely a very quiet stream today. It looked alright actually. It looked quite promising at the start, but once kickoff set, people went to man. People went to Goldbridge, of course. I mean, you got 59,000 people watching Goldbridge. Are you surprised? Oh, now this could be a small chance there. No, Ake clears it. Although Manchester United now having a small bit of the ball here in their half. McTominay passing it to Lisandro Martinez. Tries to find Ericsson, and he does so quite well actually. Or was it Anthony? Yeah, definitely not Anthony. He's in the wrong wing. If it is Anthony, he's playing at an entirely different wing. Cross comes in, and it's too much. It is Anthony there. I mean, Man United look quite frustrated at the moment there. There's Ronaldo and Casemiro on the bench. Would they be able to solve what Man United are going through at the moment? I feel like they need more confident and out there players. And what I mean by that is just to have players with a bit of, not having any fear factor, I think. It looks like Manchester United are a bit intimidated of the whole occasion, to be honest. Manchester City is always very difficult to, make them feel something. But the very least you can do is press each player man for man and make it very difficult. Manchester City are a very fit team, by, fitness levels. But if you match that, then Manchester City, are not going to be as fluid as they are. Good block there. Grealish. Good block by Martinez. Shot by Gundogan. Blocked again. Walker. Grealish. Blocked by Anthony. Passing it back. Bernardo Silva now. Shot. Blocked again. Grealish. Oh, could be a foul there. De Bruyne. Oh! That was a save by De Gea as well. Fernandes was very frustrated because the player was down. I think, was that Varane who got down there? That is a really good shot by De Bruyne. Is it a save? It is. A fingertip save by De Gea. I think it probably would have hit the crossbar, but definitely would have been needed. So, Foden. I don't think that was a foul. Unfortunately, Varane tried to block something and he's gone down injured in a way. But they were fuming that they didn't kick the ball out of play. But are you surprised? It's right in the penalty box. Of course they're going to keep playing. Especially for a ruthless rival like Manchester City there. Fernandes is moaning again, which shouldn't be a surprise, to be honest. And they could have conceded a penalty as well, Man United. Very clumsy defending by Martinez with an outstretched leg, and Grealish just runs through it, really. Which goes to show that how determined Man City are. So, block goes in. Oh, I didn't quite see it. Did he go? Yeah, I think he went over his ankle. Oh, okay, that's a bit painful now. Manchester United fans complain about the ref, Michael Oliver. Look at the ref at Coventry and Middlesbrough game. Unfortunately, if you're in the losing end, you're going to blame the ref for everything. Palace would have been blaming the ref yesterday for a decision that wasn't even based on them. It would have been on VAR. Every time a team loses, it'll be on the referee. Spurs were blaming Anthony Taylor, which I guess, it shouldn't be a surprise. But if you're on the losing team, you're going to blame the referee. I do think Michael Oliver has made some questionable decisions, but I wouldn't say it's anything that you shouldn't expect. Oh, that could be a goal. As it crossed the line, it's given. Michael Oliver points to the halfway line. Erling Haaland gets his goal. It goes from bad to worse from Manchester City. Of United, sorry. Manchester City, they'll be in dreamland. There's someone with a Norwegian flag in the crowd, waving it proud as the Norwegian maestro himself, Erling Braut Haaland, scores again. I mean, it's poor. Oh, yeah, it is over the line. Ericsson was supposed to be the one marking Haaland, and Ericsson's just not strong enough there. And Dalot doesn't really use his body properly there either. So it's pretty much Ericsson and Dalot. McTominay tries to deal with Gundogan, which in the end, I think people might actually blame McTominay for him getting headed there. But I look at Ericsson with him not being quite strong enough, but it shouldn't have gone down to Ericsson to try and defend it. Malacia with a really, really good clearance, but unfortunately for him, the ball was already all the way across the line. It's 2-0 Man City, and I tell you what, that's 12 goals in his first 8 appearances. He's actually beaten Mickey Quinn's record for Coventry for scoring the most goals in the opening 8 games. That's a throwback to any Coventry City fans. Mickey Quinn actually held the record for the most goals scored in 8 games. I think it was the quickest to get to 10 goals in a season. But Erling Haaland's beaten that now. In 8 games in that same rate, he's now got 12 goals, which is beating Quinn's record by 2. So at 8 games in, Haaland's already got 12 goals. It's scary the amount of numbers he can actually get this season. It's going to be... Man City are really going to dominate with him in that attack, aren't they? And it's really, really scary. Looks like Kyle Walker's down there, which I don't know how serious this is, but they are playing on Manchester United there. Martinez headed away by Nathan Ake. Good bit of good interception by McTominay there. Here's Jadon Sancho on the left, which he's not really done so much. I've got to be honest, he's not really been involved in this game. A lot of Manchester United fans very angry that Sancho wasn't in the England squad. But to be honest, if Sancho was a good enough player, you know, he would prove Gareth Southgate wrong and just completely go guns blazing here. I know he scored in the Europa League, but it's against Sheriff Tiraspol, and you'd expect Manchester United to roll over this team quite easily. It's the big games that's really going to give you those England call-ups, but it's not me saying that I'm defending Southgate's decision at all, because I don't agree with it at all. Anyway, into this game, 36 minutes in, still 2-0 to Man City. It really could be more. I predicted 3-1 in this game, so we've already got half of the goals required for that scoreline there. Shigster, welcome back. A lot of people have just gone away. I just think people are there just to watch Goldbridge having a meltdown, I think. I mean, to be fair, Matt's done really well for himself to average just around roughly 100 viewers, considering, you know, Goldbridge is streaming. That's a really good achievement for Matt, I've got to be honest. That's, you know, fair play to him there. Here's Grealish, who's had a really good impact in this game, actually. Here's De Bruyne with some space. Ball goes in. Oh, what a brilliant goal by Man City. I got to applaud them for that. De Bruyne and Haaland, what a dangerous combination. No combination. I thought fish and chips would be the best combination, but no, it's De Bruyne and Erling Braut Haaland. They are magic together, both De Bruyne and Haaland. I need to see this again. I was busy checking how everyone else was doing with their streams. Eric Ten Hag is not pleased at all, shaking his head at this. But I think this is really good football by Manchester City here. Cameras pan on Varane, and potentially maybe him being a fault. All right, well, let's see. Grealish again driving forward and does most of the work. De Bruyne finds himself with too much space there. No midfield there. Haaland's definitely onside. Gets ahead of Varane. I mean, the ball by De Bruyne is gorgeous, but the timed run to stay onside, and he slides in Haaland to get enough of a connection to get the ball into the net. That is a brilliant goal by Manchester City there. Just from the cross, the dip, and just the striker's goal. running forward, getting enough of a touch and sliding in, showing all desperation there. Just even the technique, he actually puts his leg back and literally swings it with enough power to get it past the hair. And Varane, I mean, Varane's just not dealt with Haaland there at all, unfortunately, because Haaland's outpaced him. And yeah, it's another goal for Manchester City, therefore. And they're going into halftime with a 3-0 lead. They will be having a breakdown, Manchester United fans, today. I mean, it's not quite as bad as being 4-0 down to Brentford in the first half, but at the moment, it really could be a very similar scoreline to that. I mean, I predicted 3-1, so that might be a realistic prediction. Fernandes, it's an easy save by Ederson. Just a bit of frustration I can see, which they've got to keep their calm, Manchester United. I think that's another thing that they really struggle with. You can see Haaland telling his team to calm down there, and that is exactly what Manchester United need as well. If you've got two frantic teams, you're going to get players, not quite thinking right about their position, their organisation. You're going to get challenges that, people won't think twice about, could potentially be too much of an extra challenge as well. Calmness is also key as well, especially when you're on the losing side. Trust me for experience. I've been on the winning side of my Sixer side. I've been on the losing side of my Sixer side before. And it's very difficult when you're in a losing team to keep your cool, to keep playing the way that you're playing, and to have that same confidence. You expect to dominate, but unfortunately, it just doesn't always go that way. But you've got to keep calm. Literally, the best advice you can ever give to someone if they are playing in a long, hard game is just to keep your calm, honestly. That's really the best thing that they can do. Jack says, there goes my prediction. Well, it's not the end of the world. Varane is going off. Right, well, I think that sealed it for him. I think him going over his ankle has just really killed him in this game. And obviously, with him being outpaced by Haaland there, which I'm sure many people would be outpaced by Haaland there, maybe not much of a surprise. Is that Haaland going off? Oh, no, Foden going off. Foden's going off. That's a really nice goal by Foden. I've got to say, I'm looking at it back now, and he had a really big part of the first goal as well. I think he delivered the corner as well. So, goal and an assist from Phil Foden. Just that combination there, just absolutely brilliant. Who's going off the pitch? I mean, I know Varane is off and Lindelof is on the pitch, which doesn't surprise me with Varane going over his ankle. It's showing more highlights of Haaland there. It is Sergio Gomez that goes on for Kyle Walker. Oh, yeah, Kyle Walker went down injured. So, 2 injuries, 1 each for each team. Gomez coming on for Kyle Walker. Quite a big game for Gomez to be thrown into. But with Man City being 3-0 up, I'm sure it's a privileged position for him to be in. Lindelof, however, I don't think he will be enjoying this as well because he knows he's got to defend against Erling Haaland and De Bruyne. 4 minutes before half-time, 3-0 to Manchester City. I mean, I wanted to have this game. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be popular with viewership, considering we've got United Stand streaming this. But I personally expected to see many goals. And it looks like Ronaldo is not very happy. He just looks like a really frustrated figure, Ronaldo. I can't help but feel that he's just really lost that same spark that he's had with United about, being a really good club for him. I think he's looked at Manchester United, unfortunately, being more of a negative for him now. Now, that's some really good play by De Bruyne, but how has Eriksen allowed that? Here's Haaland with some space. Pass to Grealish. Is he going to take the shot? Haaland, and it's not strong enough of a shot. It's gone out of play, and it's a goal kick. And look at him being frustrated with himself. He looked at this as being potentially a hat-trick goal. I mean, Eriksen, that's not great defending on his part there. De Bruyne does really well there. Finds Haaland, finds Grealish, tries to pass it back, and yeah, Haaland, he knows he could do better there. It's not the best of passes by Grealish, but it's a heavy touch by Haaland there, which takes away the opportunity. Will it stay 3-0? I'll be very interested to hear what you guys will think will happen with this. I'm just thinking if there's any other games going on at the moment. I mean, I know Leeds and Aston Villa is happening a little bit later. We've got a couple. Oh, this could be a chance for United. Anthony, block. I'll tell you what, Gomez coming onto the pitch straight away with a great block. Here comes De Bruyne on the counter-attack. Oh, okay, well, there would have been a foul by Ericsson there. Chance, and it's a devastating goal. Foden again, 4-0, Manchester City, just before half-time. They've completely ripped Manchester United apart. It's 4-0 to Manchester City, and it's not half-time. This could be demolition, honestly. Well, that is incredible. It was a brilliant counter-attack to begin with, and it could have been a foul as well in the build-up to that. So it's De Bruyne to Haaland again, and then it's a... Oh, now, is he going to be offside, Foden? I think it's going to be a very tight call. Definitely could have been a foul by Ericsson there. I think Ericsson's had a really bad game, honestly. And just, honestly, the quality that Haaland and De Bruyne and Foden have is sublime. That front three, I mean, I'm even going to include De Bruyne in that front three. Those three players are literally dynamite. They really, really are. Foden, give him a shot from that position, he'll take it. And it's his 50th career goal for Manchester City. So well done, Phil Foden, for scoring your 50th goal. And there's Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh dear, I hope he's all right, honestly. The more I see him, and I know it's part of the thing with old age, but I just really hope he's all right. You know, it's just a couple of these games, you know, I feel like do really hurt Sir Alex Ferguson. Being completely ripped apart by your biggest rivals. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson would have remembered losing 6-1 to that lot. So, you know, he knows exactly what it's like. But, yeah, as a fan, he must be absolutely devastated inside. Took Haaland out of my team because Man United had a good defender and brought in Kane for his record against Arsenal. Well, yeah, Kane scored. He did have scored. But, yeah, Haaland, I think, may have been a better option there. Trossard on the bench, and I was thinking of replacing Mitrovic with him. Oh, honestly, Mitrovic has been on the bench so many times, and this was actually probably the best time to have Mitrovic on the bench. So I had to leave you earlier, didn't you? But how many subscribers are you to create a poll? Oh, yeah, okay, so I was explaining that. I think you need 500. So back in the day, you needed 1,000, definitely. But I got the email when I was around 700 odd at the time, and I think it's now 500, but other people may know more than me. But I think you need 500 to get the community tab. Cross comes in by Fernandes, punched away by Edison. Finally, Manchester United having some pressure. That looked a gorgeous ball by Ericsson there, but it's lost within the Manchester United attack. Look at that. That is a lot of Manchester United fans leaving the Etihad. I mean, there was a lot of empty seats to begin with. You're 440 away? Okay, not bad. Cornerstone, welcome to the stream. Good to see a lot of you there. I was just talk about the huge mass of people leaving. I mean, the most crowded part of the stadium was the Manchester United away end, but look at the amount of people leaving the stadium now. It's not a good look for Manchester United. It's such a shame to see them still having that stigma. They've really just been, I mean, Manchester City are a really, really good side. Let's not deny that. They've been sensational today. But Manchester United, on the ball, have just not been able to trouble Man City enough. It's been way too easy for them. Raining goals? Yes, it has indeed been raining goals, indeed. And do you know what we can rain for? Let's try and rain some more likes in this stream. So, guys, we've made it to 20 likes. In fact, it's half time, so now's the perfect time to actually promote this. So, guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel. We're on 20 likes at the moment. We can definitely get to 30 today. We're in a much stronger position to get to 30 today than we did for yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a disappointment, sadly, but it's looked a little bit better today. Despite, you know, United stand streaming, I think it's going to be very difficult for a lot of our smaller creators to get some viewing. But doing all right so far, much better than yesterday, so thank you guys so much for that. So keep going with the likes, it really does help. And if you've not hit that subscribe button, please also do so as well. We're on 1,477 at the moment, so we can definitely aim for 1,480, I think, which is 3 subscribers away from that. And in terms of actually calculating how many we need to get to 2,000, that is going to be 523 away. So we are literally closing in on 2,000 at the moment there. I'm just trying to remember if I've captained Haaland. I might have captained Haaland. I was going to do Leicester Watchalong for now, so unfortunately you cannot do a pile. Yeah, I mean, you eventually just got to work your way to the YouTube algorithm really for that. Oh, I've captained Haaland. Oh, that's good. But although Kulusevski didn't make an appearance and Alexander Arnold got 0. Oh dear me. I need to take Alexander Arnold out of my team ASAP. I've just not been updating my team enough. I've just kept forgetting to change it. And it takes too much brain power for me to change it properly as well. Anyway, it is half time. 4-0 to Manchester City. Is it going to be more goals? Because typically when Manchester City get to around the 4-goal region, the goals just kind of stop. But considering it's another 45 minutes of football, this could be a really, really bad day for Manchester United. I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of people blaming Michael Oliver, which I understand. He's not. I feel like what the frustration part of him is that especially with the third goal when Varane went over his ankle, it wasn't contact from the player, so it wasn't a foul. And unfortunately, in the end of the game, in terms of the game, you have to defend the situation that you're in. And when De Gea made that save, Manchester City scored from the following corner, which in fact, that was the second goal, actually. They scored from the following corner, which was Malacia trying to clear out the ball. So Manchester United, I think, will be very angry with that. There's been other incidences as well where they felt that should have been yellow carded for Akanji against Rashford there. And I feel like booking Delay was also pretty sneaky of Oliver as well. So I know there's going to be a handful of decisions that's going to make Manchester United fans cry, but right now, a referee does not define you conceding the goals that you have done. So, I'm sorry. It's down to the team not doing enough. If anything, if it was 4-3 by 1 goal, maybe, then maybe there can be some malice with that. But when you're 4-0 down, that is not all on the referee, unfortunately. Only City player you have is Cancelo. I think I did have Cancelo, but I think I took him out. Was Martinez bullied by Haaland? To be honest, Martinez didn't really deal with Haaland. He was more or less looking. It was a little bit wider. He was more or less trying to deal with Foden and stuff like that. It was Varane who I think had Haaland, and definitely with the third goal where Haaland scored his second, people will look at Varane to blame. But the problem is he was already carrying an injury from that incident he had when he went over his ankle trying to clear a shot from, I think it was De Bruyne who had that shot, but he went over his ankle. And because you're going to carry an injury and you're facing one of the fastest players in the Premier League, you're going to look bad, unfortunately, there. But the quality in the deliveries from Haaland, De Bruyne, and Foden, and Grealish, actually, they've all 4 of them have done really, really well in their own way going forward. Man United need a Casemiro instead of Bruno or Eriksen. Eriksen has had a bad game, honestly. Eriksen has not really done what I've expected him to do and been quite sluggish, honestly. People may say McTominay has been bad. I mean, McTominay was not at fault for any of the goals, but he's definitely had some mistakes in him, which has definitely made the midfield feel a bit disjointed. So understandably, I know why Manchester United fans do have quite a big agenda against him there. I honestly, Casemiro can do a job, but I don't necessarily think he's the quickest of players. I think you need like a really quick and very strong CDM, and it's very difficult to get one of us. Like if I had a Tchouaméni, for instance, in that position there, I think Manchester United can really build from that. But Manchester United are not the team anymore to be attracting those players. I think the best quality, or the best build-up actually for the goal, was their first goal. You get Foden in the right-hand side, makes a really good run there. They're highlighting Eriksen there, and Eriksen, unfortunately, I didn't even realise it was Eriksen that lost out to Foden there. So here's Haaland's first goal. So corner comes in, header, and it was Eriksen, as I was saying there, trying to defend him there. And it is definitely over the line, quite a fair way. In fact, yeah, miles over the line, actually, dare I say. So there was almost no point of Malacia trying to defend it. But that was another example of Eriksen losing out to Haaland there. And then for the third goal, or Haaland's second, this was a brilliant build-up. Grealish starts it off. And then you've got De Bruyne, where Eriksen can't intercept it. That ball from De Bruyne is chef's kiss. Honestly, so good. Best assist of this game so far. The quality there. I mean, Martinez maybe could have done more to try and head it away, because he was just a bit below by stopping the cross going in. And then here's the fourth goal, which actually came from a Man United attack. Anthony shots, it's blocked by Foden. And then De Bruyne just runs forward. Definitely could have been a foul by Eriksen there, but he passes it to Haaland, and just on the counter attack, no one is able to catch either Haaland or Foden. I'm a bit surprised that Malacia was outpaced by Foden there, so a bit disappointed on his part there. But Roy Keane looks very angry. He does not look happy at all. I can see Micah Richards trying to stay neutral in the situation there. Now it's half time. Now's a really good time actually to see stats and to give my managerial insight to see what I would do if I was any of the managers for these two teams. 4-0, very, very dominant scoreline. Let's see if the stats dominate that. I mean, the attacking momentum suggests, yes, it was very, very one-sided. Look at that 9.1 rated from Haaland there. David De Gea with a 5.6? You telling me David De Gea is the worst player on the pitch? Could he have done anything with those goals? The first one, he was a bit unlucky because he was obstructed by Varane for his viewpoint. Second goal, probably could have been more commanding in the corner. But to be fair, he would have had to really go out of his way for that. The third goal is just poor defending. And the fourth one, again, is poor defending. I think that's a bit harsh to give David De Gea 5.6, honestly. I mean, the tens of dozens of Manchester United fans leaving that early in the game and potentially not coming back as well is not good for them at all. So yeah, 2 yellow cards for Manchester United, Malacia and Dalot. Maybe there should have been at least 1 yellow card for Man City, honestly. But they've not committed too many fouls. You've got Phil Foden with the first goal with Silva getting the assist there. You've got Haaland and De Bruyne just combining twice. And then you've got Foden there with Haaland. I mean, that's 2 goals and an assist for Haaland. Brilliant, brilliant work by his part there. Then, with possession, you've got 62% to 38%. In terms of shots, I mean, look at that. Jake, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. 15 shots to 3. I mean, Manchester City have had 5 times more shots than Manchester United. 2 shots on target from Manchester United, but nothing else going to make Ederson break a sweat. Apart from Eriksen's shot, actually, which kind of came from him just having enough desire to run for the ball. But unfortunately, just once again, just not enough of a great chance. But look at that, 7 shots on target. Defensively, just not been good enough there. 4 blocked shots, with Manchester United only having 1 blocked shot because they've only had 3 shots there. 2 corners to 0. 1 offside to 0 there. 5 fouls from Manchester United there with 2 yellow cards. 2 big chances, one of them hitting the woodwork. Yeah, that's right. Gundogan had a free kick that hit the woodwork as well, so it could have even been worse. 2 counter-attacks, which, looking like with Manchester United, that's look like the way that they try to play, but Manchester City, despite not even wanting to play that way, they've actually done more for them there. 10 shots inside the box to 1, which is embarrassing. 5 shots inside the box to 2 there, and both goalkeepers making 2 saves. You can see with the accuracy of the passing, it's just night and day. Look at that, only 2 crosses for a start and 0% success rate there. 83% success on dribbles. Now that is very poor because it's telling me that when Manchester City run forward with the ball, there's not enough Manchester United players trying to press them and trying to disrupt their dribbles. 15 duels, 1 to 13 there, 6 tackles and 7 clearances there, but they've had the same amount of interceptions there. With this win for Man City, they are only 1 point behind Arsenal, and I do have more faith in Man City winning the Premier League based on the way that they're playing. Manchester United, this will be their third defeat of the season, and they'll stay 6th place, 1 point below Chelsea. What would I do if I was the manager in this situation? Coniston, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. So Leicester, it won't let me donate to you. Well, it's probably because you don't have a credit card. You don't have to. If you guys need to know how to, there's videos out there to that teaches you how to do that. But thank you guys so much. You guys are so incredibly generous. What would I do here? So, with Manchester City, there's not much change I would make. Obviously, Walker went off and Gomez came on there. Potentially, we can have one of Foden and Erling Haaland go off. Obviously, we've got Champions League games appearing again very soon. They'll be very important for that game there. To improve the team a little bit more, maybe I'll give Diaz or Laporte over Ake. But to be fair, he's had a good game, Ake, actually. And Akanji as well has done really well as well. I put Mahrez on at some point. Maybe that could be the replacement of Foden off and Mahrez on at one point. Rico Lewis could have a good chance to get some minutes there. And Alvarez as well, I think, could potentially go on for Grealish or Gundogan in around either that cam or that left wing position there. So I think there's a lot of potential there. Gatsby, what are you doing? Are you going to actually leave now? Hang on a minute. Just so you can see him. There he is. He's leaving. Don't go. He's gone. He's going to want me to open the door for him. Okay, right. I'll just be right back for like 2 seconds just so I can let this beast out my room. Do you want to go out then? Come on, then. Come on. You've been in my room for 6 hours. Now it's time for you to get some fresh air. He has actually been in my room for 6 hours. He's such a lazy sod, honestly. Anyway, so that's what I'll do for Manchester City. So I think Foden off and Mahrez on to save, to potentially prevent Foden getting injured. Haaland could potentially go off as well at one point. Maybe Alvarez could even play there as well. I mean, I've not really got a definitive position for Alvarez. Would you say he's a striker, winger? You know, I knew he's an attacking player, so he can definitely play out there. Even Cole Palmer could play out there as well, actually. You know, this is, I think, a really good chance for Manchester City to get some really good, promising youth players some minutes. Now, for Manchester United, this is exactly what I've worried about. With Rashford picking up an injury, trying to nurse that. Fred, I think, needs to go on for one of Eriksen and McTominay. McTominay's actually got the best mark out of all of them. Casemiro should go on as well. I think the midfield two have been dreadful, honestly. Ronaldo, would he create anything? For me, no. Alanga might have some energy about him. Replacing him for Sancho might not be a bad shout. And potentially Martial, but I know he's got a bit of an injury, so it's difficult for me. I'd definitely say Fred and Alanga are two musts. And one of Casemiro, Martial, and Ronaldo should go on. In fact, those are 5 players, so... I mean, they've already made one substitution, of course, due to an injury, so one of those 4 will miss out, but I think that is what I would do. Jake, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I'm really happy. Thank you guys so much. Shigster says Gatsby carries the stream. Well, yeah, well, there's no Gatsby now. No Gatsby, no party indeed. It's Lindelof versus Haaland. Varane got injured. Yeah, so Lindelof would have now been in Varane's position now. Well, Haaland, I want to know, Varane was in the squad for most of that game, but obviously he rolled over his ankle, went off the pitch. I'd say in the 4th goal, it would have been Lindelof versus Haaland there. But definitely for the most part of that game, it was Varane versus Haaland. And obviously, Haaland's had a really good game. Has McTominay broke Haaland's leg yet? Well, no, not really. Luke Shaw's going on for Malacia by the looks of things. Malacia has been on a yellow card and has struggled in this game. So that's one substitution I was going to suggest, but I don't think Luke Shaw's going to be the player that's going to help Man United. So that's not something I would do, but I understand why Ten Hag's done it. Right, second half literally just about to start again. I'm actually going to miss the timer, actually. No. Got the timer wrong. Hang on a minute. It's going to be fixed. Just time this correctly. And now. There we go. Let's get this second half underway. So, I might do another poll in a minute, actually. I think they need Ronaldo to get at least a goal and not risk Rashford. Honestly, I think if Rashford's picking up an injury, I'm surprised Ten Hag's even started him. And it doesn't surprise me because Rashford's barely touched the ball. He's barely touched it. But yeah, Luke Shaw's on for Malacia. That's the only change from half time. Oh, this is good. A chance for Foden. Good save by De Gea. Cleared away by Luke Shaw. That is 45 seconds and Foden gets a good chance to score already. Goodness me. Right, here goes Gundogan, and Lowe does well to clear that, but a bit of confusion with him and McTominay there. Here's Anthony, who's had a very quiet game. I mean, I'm telling you this, the contrast of intensity when both of them are off the ball is quite significant. When Manchester City are not on the ball, they are right at Manchester United with their press. When Man City are on the ball, Manchester United almost back out in fear that they're going to potentially score any minute. They can't have that. Manchester City have no fear and they know how important it is to press this team. And that is the big difference for me. There's definitely... I'll be interested to see the running stats. I wouldn't say that they've not ran Man United, but it's going to be quite a difference, I think. But in most games, the biggest secret of winning any game is fitness. I lost my recent game in the Sixers side because I wasn't fit, and I would hold my hands up, and I know I can play better. But fitness really does hide any potential flaws you may have as a footballer if you're not skilled enough, if you're not defensively aware enough. If you're fit and you've got the energy to track back and to potentially correct any of your mistakes, then you can get away with that. But if you're not at it and you're not fit compared to your opposing team, you'll get found out. And if anything, it makes the opposition a lot. It gives them a lot more ease to attack you if you're in the opposing team that's just not as fit as the other team. Ole Kwon, sorry if I've not said hi, by the way. I've noticed you. Welcome to the stream. Where's Gatsby? Well, he's left my bedroom now, which is a shame. I don't think Forest did bad against City now. Well, Manchester City just look really good, don't they? Especially at home. Luke Shaw did well at England's because Maguire isn't in the squad. Okay, that's good defending by João Cancelo there. And, that's a soft foul from Michael Oliver there. Man United fans are going to be raging at him again. Huge L. Probably talking about Gatsby leaving my stream, I think. Thank you guys for supporting us. I mean, the donations today have been fantastic. Thank you guys so much again for supporting the stream, by the way. We're on 22 likes, by the way. We can definitely get our target of 30 likes if we can. We're 8 likes away from getting it. So, guys, if you've not hit that like button yet, please do hit the like button for the stream. It really does help, the growth of this channel. No chance of coming there. Nope. And if you've not hit the subscribe button either, please also do that as well. We've been on 1,477 since the start of the stream. We are 3 away from 1,480 actually, so we can definitely achieve that today if we get a bit of luck. But thank you guys as always for the support. I did anticipate that it wouldn't be like a really busy stream considering we've got United Stand and Matt both streaming this game as well, so wasn't going to expect that. But I've enjoyed watching the game and that's what I'm taking more pride with at the moment. Yeah, Maguire was injured, which was according to Ten Hag. I saw that comment later on. Why they're dropping their best player when he doesn't seem to get out of the squad most days. So we've approached the 50th minute. Still 4-0 to Manchester City. I mean, it took them a little bit of time, Manchester City, to get... Well, in fact, no, I lie. It took them 7 minutes for them to get their first goal. I was going to say it took them a bit of time to get 2-0. But for 1-0, they scored their first goal in the 7th minute. And it's 5 minutes into the second half. Foden's already had a good chance. So I do have a feeling the goal scoring is not going to end there, which is amazing in itself. And Kanji now doing, oh my gosh, really good play by Kanji there. Finding Jack Grealish, brilliant defensive play. Grealish, and that's the substitute who replaced Kyle Walker, I think, who just did that cross there. That's what I really like about managers getting young players on. It's giving me a time to expose just to see how good they can be on the ball. It was Sergio Gomez, that's his name. He had a good amount of space there, but it was defended. But Man City have got a corner. One of the very few times they had a corner, they managed to score a goal from it, and it was from a De Bruyne corner. And it's going to be De Bruyne taking the corner again. Cross. It's headed away by Martinez. Now, Manchester United could have a chance for a counter-attack, but Sanchez just taking too long on the ball. De Bruyne defends it, and it's a throw into Manchester United. You know, a few viewers when watching the game that's not on TV on football. I think that's one of the things as well. If you're watching like a game that's not streamed live, you know you're going to get more people watching if you're going to be commentating for it, since they've got an idea what's going on. Niakate and Mangala should be back for Forest, which is good. Yeah, I think it will be good, but I'm still not sold on Forest, honestly. That game they've got tomorrow against Leicester could be season defining already. I do think it's the El Sacchio, if I'm going to call it something. I know for, Cooper could arguably be given more time, especially with the pressure that Rodgers has got. But Marianakis, has had a reputation of sacking managers before, and pretty often he sacks managers as well. Whether it's his Olympiacos, which he's already sacked Carlos Corberán for, or potentially anyone from Nottingham Forest. And Niakate could be your best player, but it doesn't mean that he's going to, by himself, make Forest a better team. I just think from man to man, Forest have just been below par, unfortunately. But I hope they prove me wrong, because I really want Forest to survive and stay up. But they've not shown that to me so far, so I'm more frustrated than anything, rather than trying to put anyone down who's a Forest fan, because I want them more than anything to stay up. Here's Delo. Here's a small bit of pressure from Manchester United there. Luke Shaw, but it's defended. It's way too easy. Although this could be a chance. Haaland on the counter-attack, finding De Bruyne. He's passing it back to Foden. Right, yeah, definitely doesn't feel like the Manchester City are going to be having as much intensity as they have. I mean, I said this for a lot of that first half, where Manchester City looked like they were playing in cruise control or in second gear. But then suddenly they get one sharp burst of energy, and then just like that, every goal goes in. Like buses. You wait patiently, one rare one comes along, and then suddenly three come at once. It really does describe Manchester United's way of playing. Here's Nathan Ake. Akanji. Yeah, it feels a bit slow in the second half so far. I can see it being high scoring. Are you talking about the Forest Leicester game, or are you talking about this game? I mean, it's already been quite high scoring there. I predicted a 1-0 Leicester win, I think. I can't remember exactly what I predicted, but I predicted it would be very cagey, which wouldn't surprise me. But then it could also be high scoring as well, because both teams defensively have not been particularly great, haven't they? You can never, it's hard to get that balance right. I can see Casemiro and Ronaldo warming up, so it looks like that both of them will make an appearance at some point. Which I did mention would be the two players that I could put in if I was a manager as well. But right now, I would hate to be a manager in this situation, really. Okay, and Manchester United just kind of playing out from the back, but look at the press from City there, really putting Man United under pressure here. Lisandro Martinez now on the ball. I forgot that Martinez had the number 2 shirt there. Right. Here's Ericsson. Manchester United are having a small spell of possession now. it definitely feels with Pep, that he's just told his team just to make sure it stays comfortable, really. But I can definitely see the ruthlessness. Oh, what a strike by Anthony! Wow. It's 4-1. Now, will that wake Manchester City up a little bit to go for it a little bit more in the second half? That's a stunning goal. That came out of nothing. Right, so Ericsson finds Anthony. Takes a couple of players on. Literally just outside the D. I mean, I said I was excited to see Anthony. So he gets ahead of Grealish. Wow. And he goes against... yeah, I mean, that's a brilliant strike. He goes up against Sergio Gomez, the young player that they replaced Walker with. So, a bit clever in his part to go against the inexperienced player in City. And he finds enough space to literally curl one in the bottom corner. Well, at least Manchester United have got a goal. Oh, now that's not a good clearance from Edison there, but right. Well, now can Manchester United get something from this? They've got one goal, and Manchester City look quite rattled from that. And I'm surprised about that because they look really, really comfortable in that first half. But Manchester United looking a little bit more. I mean, Eric Ten Hag must have said some very harsh words at half time, and now they've reacted. Throw into Manchester United there. It's going to be Anthony that he's on about there. It's 4-1 now, which would be very, very interesting to see if potentially we can get some more goals within this game. I mean, the goals we've seen have been beautiful. Anthony definitely scoring a brilliant individual goal. Of course, Brentford have tweeted about 4-0. Well, right now, Manchester United really need to build from this here. De Bruyne overtakes City legend to assist in the Premier League chance. Who is he overtaken now? It might be a chance for City there. I was just looking at some stats. David Silva is overtaken. All right, well, he's done it in 91 fewer games as well. That's even more outstanding. Here's Jack Grealish against Dalot, and Man City wants a penalty. Not going to be given. It's a goal kick. Class from Brentford. Yes, it's a good tweet. Right, Martial and Casemiro are going on, which is two players I did expect to get substituted on. Rashford is going off, which I did say right from the start. I was surprised he was even featured, but Martial is very injury prone too. Casemiro is on for McTominay. I mean, honestly, yeah, Rashford especially has been very poor, but I'm not surprised about that. McTominay has just been poor in general. So we'll see if Casemiro potentially could elevate things for Manchester United there. Two good substitutions. Yeah, I think there are two good substitutions, but whether it's going to change the outcome of the game, I think it's just too much of a mountain to climb for Manchester United, honestly. Still no Ronaldo on the pitch there. Matt's got 70 viewers there. I'm tempted to donate to him, honestly, because I've not donated to quite some time. Ooh. Tuchel to Wolves. Are you telling me about Bruno Lage being under pressure? I mean, I will be very surprised if he's not sacked very soon. Honestly, it's not a great start for Wolves at all. Below par against West Ham. I don't see Tuchel going to that club, honestly. I don't know who they may recruit, to be honest. They may look at like a Champions League or European manager, I think. Lekon saying Lage has been sacked, but it's not been confirmed from the Wolves Twitter page. So I'm not going to believe that at the moment until I officially see a confirmation on the Wolves website. Then I don't think I mean, it has been a very quiet day on their Twitter, to be honest. So they probably are preparing that. Corner comes in. Oh, headed. Oh, it's been kept into play. Bit of pinball going into the box. Ericsson manages to do enough. Blue Terrier says Ten Hag's at the wheel. Well, he'll be pleased about Anthony's goal, but it's too much of a mountain to climb for me. This is a good run by Bernardo Silva there. Was it Gundogan? I was getting confused because they've got the very similar hairstyles and they've got a beard as well. That's Gundogan there. No, it's Bernardo Silva that made that run. Nathan Ake. There's Gomez. I'm just about getting used to him. So, young player who I've not seen a lot for Man City there. Gundogan to Grealish. Touch is not that great. And Manchester United do manage to defend it. Here's Sancho. Fernandes. Casemiro. Anthony passing it to Luke Shaw. There's Martial. He's playing a little bit deep than I would have expected. Alvarez should come on. Yeah, I did say actually Alvarez was one for ones I've said first who should go on. And he has typically gone on, Alvarez actually. Especially when they get a really good lead. Yeah, nothing from Wolves that I've heard at the moment. So I definitely think he's like this close to leaving Largue, unfortunately. Just doesn't strike me as enough of a character that he can turn it around at the moment. Haaland is the GOAT, says Blue Terrier. He really is. Honestly, he's already on, I think, was it 13 goals he's already on? And we're 8 games in. He's beaten Quinn's record from Coventry for being the first to score 10 goals in a Premier League season. And it really, really could be more than that as well. Yeah, I mean, that's where all the viewers are. I've just checked United Stand. They've got 75,000 viewers. What I'm all surprised is it's going to feel like a meltdown for Man United fans again. I do think Manchester City have really taken a step back, honestly. I don't even feel like that they're even keen to score again, to be honest. Give us a goal bridge impression. I can't do impressions to save my life. I can't get in the voice. Oh, here's a through ball. Haaland! Oh, just wide. I guarantee you, if that went in and Maguire was in, he would go, Maguire, you prat! You prat! How are you letting Haaland running through like that? Or something like that. Can't do the voice, but you definitely got to animate, jump around, get your arms in the air, point at the screen constantly, and then the analogy, which is the part that I can't do. But it's something, I would have said I probably would have got 40% of that right. Bloody Burnley, yeah, that's another good one. Man United aren't doing well today because they were expected to do quite well today. I do think that's a big part of it as well. It's mentality, expectations, and if you've got a lack of mentality with expectations, then that's a real big, deep-rooted problem. Gomez, goal! It's hat-trick for Erling Braut Haaland. He does his trademark celebration. Gomez getting an assist. What a moment for the young lad. It is back from a 4-goal margin there. And his dad, I've forgotten his name actually, but his dad, Erling's Mr. Haaland. Oh God, literally got his name. I'm not going to try and guess his first name in case it's wrong. But yeah, unsurprisingly, it's a big moment for Haaland there. Hat-trick again. Is that hat-trick number 3 already this season? I can't remember if it's either at least 3 or 4. But when they're expected to lose, they win. Is it Alfie? I'm annoyed because I was about to say Alfie as well, but then I couldn't get my words out. I was just tripping over my words. Wow, incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, what are they checking? Oh, don't disallow the goal because Gomez was offside. That'll be really harsh on Gomez. I think it won't be given, guys. I think it's going to be offside. Neville thinks it's onside. It stands. Okay, no, it is a goal, and it's an assist by Gordon. 3 hat-tricks in a row. Are you serious? Oh my goodness me. Wow. Incredible. Wow. Just three hat-tricks in a row. How is that possible? How on earth is that possible? I can't believe it. I really can't believe. How can you? You said assisted by. Did I say Gomez? Sorry, Gomez, not Gordon. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I meant Gomez. Not Anthony Gordon. Oh, Sancho could have had a small chance there. I think it's gone to a corner for Manchester United. He is onside as well. That could, he had he should do more for in that position there. Haaland is officially a robot. Honestly, it's a joke what he's able to do, Erling Haaland. He literally is. I don't think I've seen like a dominant striker like this. I'd say it trounces Costa, the impact he had at Chelsea. I think Drogba is probably the last player I can kind of relate to that has done anything similar like that. If you're wondering why I was not looking at the screen, I was donating to Matt's stream, which is why I was there. I meant Gomez. I'm really sorry, Shigster. Anyway, it's 5-1, and it could be more. It really could be more than that, honestly. Incredible. By the way, guys, if you like the stream, we might get more goals. 6 goals. We've been blessed with a lot of goals. We're still on 22 likes, I think. So, guys, continue to show your support as we could get to 30 likes today. 8 more likes and we will get to 30. So, thank you so much already for liking the stream, for whoever has liked the stream. In terms of subs, we have gained a sub. Thank you to whoever subscribed. We're on 1,478. Guys, we're 2 subs away from 1,480. This would be a very decent achievement for us if we can get it. Thank you guys, as always, for the terrific support, considering it's going to be very tough to attract people today with United Stand streaming this and them ultimately having a meltdown. I'll be looking forward to watching that as I'll be starting to prepare my review video today. This is just really just showing the gulf in quality with the 2 Manchester clubs. It is really night and day, honestly. I just don't see anyone else but Man City winning it. And Arsenal fans were thinking, but we're first. Only by 1 point you're first. Right, here's Anthony. It's a bit of a mistake by Gomez there. Does well to find Martial. He wants a foul, and it's not been given. Haaland could get 50 goals. Imagine a 50 goals season in the Prem. That would be... I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. You know, Salah scoring the amount of goals he did in his first season at Liverpool was something special, but this is another level. That's a gorgeous ball, but it was a high foot by Cancelo. Any contact on Luke Shaw, that would have been a penalty for Man United there. Ooh, that was really good defending, but could have been a really big risk. Wow. I don't know Pep was particularly happy. I don't think Pep was happy with that. Oh. Right, well, Sancho's coming off. Fred's coming on. Potentially to add just more control in that midfield, which Manchester United have just not had from minute 1. They do have a corner, though. Okay, taking a short corner there. What's the point of that? What are they doing? Okay, here's Martinez. Anthony. Casemiro to Fernandez. I don't know what they're doing, honestly, Man United. A corner is a good chance to get a good attack, but they play it short and they've not even shot the ball from here. That's like a small time that they've got a bit of control. They can take whatever corner they're now. Well, that's some good space from Anthony, and it's wide. And Anthony has been shouted by Casemiro there. I mean, they've worked. No, they have not worked, actually. What am I saying? They're not from the same nationality. God, could you imagine what Ronaldo's thinking here? Is Ronaldo even going to be included? Seeing as Martial is on, I don't think Ronaldo's going to be needed there. But Ten Hag not looking very happy, which is an understatement right now. Foden passing it to Gundogan. It is going to be Nathan Ake finding Gundogan again. Gomez passes it straight to Anthony. I know he's a youngster, but he's definitely been the weak link from Manchester City. Fred. You've got Anthony. Oh, some space there for Delo. But he's too slow again. Cross goes in, defended by Gundogan, and it's too easy. Here's De Bruyne against Fred. Can Fred potentially get the better of him with having fresh legs? No, he does not. It's Jack Grealish now on the ball. He's got some options here. Passes it to Haaland. Is Haaland going to go for goal? Oh, no. Foden. Hat-trick. Offside? It might not be offside. It might... Oh, my days. Okay. I don't think it's offside. It's 6-1. I thought it was offside. I mean, I'll change it to 6, but I think it'll be disallowed. I want to see. Am I watching that? Well, I watched Matt for a little bit. Donated to him as well. I mean, okay, let's see this again. So, it was Grealish. Haaland. Yeah, he's on. He's on. Luke Shaw plays him onside. Yeah, Luke Shaw plays him on. It's 6-1. Oh my gosh. It looked off. I thought it looked off, but I didn't see Luke Shaw. Plays him pretty... Yeah, it's easily onside. It's 6-1. It's another 6-1 scoreline. Manchester United are crumbling before our very eyes. 72 minutes, and Manchester United have got 18 minutes to potentially do it. Right. All right, so they're checking if the ball was out of play. Now, that is really, really... No, it's given. It's given. Foden celebrates. He's got his hat-trick. VAR did all they can to try and disallow it. They checked if the ball was out of play. Checked for offside. None of those things were given in favour of Manchester United. It's Foden's first hat-trick, would you believe, as well. Wow. 6-1. Incredible. 4 changes from Manchester City now. Couple of players I recognise, couple I don't. So we're definitely going to get some youth coming on, some good experienced players coming on as well. Which just goes to show just how ridiculous their squad is. I think I see Cole Palmer coming on, which I'm happy for him because I did say that he should be going on at one point. I think Foden's coming off for Mahrez because I see him on the bench. Or coming off the bench, I should say. There's Foden going off. So what a time to score your hat-trick as you're coming off the pitch. United in the mud? Yeah, could be. I don't think anyone wants to leave the pitch, honestly. I think it's just way too easy for Manchester City, honestly. They look gutted, De Bruyne and Grealish to go off. Honestly, they really do. Yeah, Palmer's definitely going on. Gundogan's going off. There's Cole Palmer, number 80. Laporte's coming on. So I don't know if he's nursing an injury, Laporte, but if he was, you know, I think it's a good time for him to go on to get some 15 minutes of football there. Who have Manchester United got next? I need to check that actually with who they got next because I forgot. But yeah, Mahrez is on. My God, Alvarez is on. So yeah, 4 substitutions. So Manchester City have made all their subs, which could be a little bit risky. If anyone gets injured, it means that they'll be down to 10 men. But yeah, Laporte's on for Grealish. Gomez is off again, actually. So Gomez was Gomez was on, sorry. Cole Palmer's on for Gundogan. Alvarez is on for De Bruyne. And Riyad Mahrez, as I said, he's on for Foden. So those were the substitutions. I'll check to see who Manchester United have next. They've got Omanoya Nicosia in the Europa League. Then what? Why is Man United Southampton postponed? Don't know why. It's Haaland again, blocked by Martinez. It doesn't look like it's over at the moment. It really could be more than just the 6-1, which is incredible. But yeah, 4 substitutions. I think the next game that they're playing is Everton. They're playing Everton next, Manchester United, away from home. So it'll be at Goodison Park. 2 away games is not great. Haaland needs to have his own league. Honestly, he's so good, Haaland. What can I say? He's the best player in the league. He really is. And there were some people that thought that he would flop. My brother being involved in that conversation, I said, just no. If you've seen him, he will find a way to make the Prem like League A, and he's done exactly that. You just sometimes just need to watch how he plays as well. Because not only can he actually play, as a target man, but the fitness he has that he can track back and really dictate play as well. He's so versatile, and that is what's so good about him. Alvarez gives the ball away, Casemiro. Leclerc 40 flop. Well, this will be a good edition of a video, flop or no flop, and then we get some players that we thought would flop or not flop, and then we'd decide in that way. Yeah. City with only 54% possession, UTI have 80. Well, it's because Manchester United at least tried to have a bit more of the ball in this half, but Manchester United have just not used it. They've not had a shot, Man United. I don't think they've even had a shot in this half, honestly. And this was Manchester United. I lied. They did have one shot, which was their one goal from Anthony. But other than that, that was it, honestly. Can they even get another consolation? That one goal maybe it was a bit kind predicting 3-1 to Man City there, honestly. I did think Manchester United could get one goal, but I didn't think it would be this one-sided. But maybe I should have thought it was. City are just on a different level. It's just as simple as that. It really is. We are on the 78th minute, 12 minutes plus stoppage time left. Manchester United will want this game to end ASAP. Manchester City are just going to want to have another field day. And I feel like they can try and get more goals. But something tells me that it will actually stay 6-1. But I don't know. Maybe 12 minutes is just too much time to... I think that's just too much time for it not to have a goal. Man with 100 viewers, he's done well, to be fair. Honestly, just, with the 70,000 plus on United stand, Matt's done well. I know it's averaging less for what he normally gets, but you've got to remember the amount of people that just watch United stand is ridiculous, really. I'd be doing the same if I wasn't streaming, but I've just chosen because I was in the mood to stream today. Poor ball from Eriksen. Yeah, honestly, Eriksen's had a really poor game. He really, really has. It's played on there. It looks like Manchester United want a foul, but it's not been given. I got to thank the guys who have donated as well. Jake, thank you for the donation. Coniston, thank you for the donation as well, saying have a nice day. And I think those were the donations. Oh no, Jack as well. Jack with a donation too. Thank you to the 3 of you there. Blue Terrier says we want 10. We won't have 10. I've got to be honest. We won't get 10. Fernandez is very frustrated right now with the referee. But if you just blame... Oh, and a yellow card for Fernandez as well for dissent. You can't hit out on a referee like this, honestly. If you badmouth the referee the way that he's done it... Oh, right. Well, Martinez is going to be quite careful there. We want Gatsby. Well, I think he's just gained some fresh air. He's just been asleep all day. Cancelo. Here's Alvarez. Just outside the penalty box. Could be another chance for them there. Oh, okay, not the best of balls by... Oh, Gomez does well to win it back. It looks like Anthony does well defensively there. Anthony probably do more defensive work than he's had to do attacking work, really. Yeah, I saw that challenge there. That was a very naughty challenge by Martinez there. Nothing was given as well, which was surprising as well. Akanji, who's had a really good game at defence. Man, I tell you what, they've been near perfect, Man City, apart from not being able to defend Anthony's goal. But to be fair, it's a strike from outside the box, so it's very, very difficult to do that. Right, the Leeds and Aston Villa teams have been released. I might as well actually show that, actually, just to show something different. Alright, I didn't actually want to show this out. But we're 1478, so guys, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do that, because we're actually only 2 away from 1480, which would be a brilliant achievement. Just in case, for Championship fans, if you're wondering, Watford won today, 4-0 against Stoke. Ismail Assar with the first goal. Then you've got Kansema, Keenan Davis with the third, but Issouf Bio, 3 minutes since being substituted on, gets the fourth and final goal. Poor defeat for Stoke. They're heaviest since Alex Neil's taken over. 12 points, they find themselves in 11 games. Watford back in contention in the top 6 with only 1 point to try and bridge. They could easily go back into the top 6 by midweek as well. Because I don't know who they have. I can't remember who Watford have. They've got Swansea, which could be a good game. But yeah, I was going to look at the other game, which is happening in the next 50 minutes, which is Leeds versus Aston Villa, because their teams have been released. Look at those poor ratings from Man United there. 5.9, 5.9, 5.9, 5.7, 5.2 from De Gea. 9.6 and a 10. I've not seen a 10 out of 10 rating or SofaScore before. That is a first. Kevin De Bruyne with an 8.2. Look at Man City already pressing that back line again. Lindelof's really struggled as well since he's come on for Varane too. A lot of players have struggled today. And I'll be very interested to see how United stand react to this. Because I'm technically missing out on their reaction live. Fred. Oh, good save. Header! It's a second goal for Manchester United. It's Martial. I mean, ironic cheers. I mean, it's utter silence when Manchester United score. I mean, Martial, being off the bench, has now got a goal. So, it was Fred, who I think you've got to give the credit for. Runs through the back line. Forces a good save from Ederson. Maybe Ederson should have done a bit better from that. He gets a very weak glove on it. Laporte's too strong, too weak, and too slow to react, actually. And Martial just gets an easy header. He couldn't miss from that angle. 6-2 now. It's not quite as embarrassing now, but it's still rather bad. Oh, could you imagine if it's 8-2? 8-B. Comeback? No. Forget that. No chance of a comeback. I'm calling it now. I would even bet my house on it. No comeback for Manchester United there. Anyway, let's go to Leeds versus Aston Villa and preview the teams for you. So, Leeds, they've got Melier, Strojcic, Cooper making his first minutes today. Koch with... Oh, chance! Oh! Alvarez with a good chance there, but his touch let him down there. You can definitely see the contrast of players going on and starting and players on the bench. It's a good pass by Cole Palmer, and Lindelof's very poor in that position there. That would have been definitely Lindelof's fault for that, but I think it's a good piece of defending, actually. It is a corner, actually. I think it was Martinez who defended that, so good defending by Martinez. Robin Koch with Christensen, Tyler Adams, Mark Roca. Corner comes in. Header, and it's another corner, I think. Or was it? Or was it Laporte who headed it? I thought it was a Man United player who headed that. Jack Harrison on the left-hand side with Aronson, Sinstera, and Rodrigo up front. Then for Aston Villa, you got Martinez, Augustinsson, what a name. Mings, Konza, Ashley Young. You got Jacob Ramsey, Douglas Luiz, John McGinn as the midfield three. You got Coutinho, Watkins, and Leon Bailey as your front three. The benches look like this: Clayson, Ayling, Firpo, Llorente, Click, Greenwood, Somerville, Gnotto, and Bamford. Gnotto was a really good player for Italy when I saw him play against England. Here's Anthony, tries to go near post. It's an easy save. So it looks like Man United are actually playing now, but that was since before subs came on for Man City. So intentionally, it's young players for Man City. It's almost like a team you put out in the Carabao Cup, honestly. For Aston Villa, their bench looks like Olsen, Bednarak, Nakambo, Buendia, Bogarde, Sanson, Dendonker, Cameron Archer. Oh, I forgot about Cameron Archer, you know. And Danny Ings. So, decent teams that both Leeds and Aston Villa have. I think it'll be a draw. 6 to the stomach. I like that. Who said that comment? 6 to the stomach. Yeah, Blue Terrier. I thought it might be you who said that there. Man United will win 6-7. Nah, I don't see it. Just the camera panning in on Man City 6. Just, yeah, that's going to help any Man United fans watching this. Casemiro has done much, but you wouldn't expect Casemiro to actually do much. He's supposed to break play. He's not really a creative player. But unfortunately, since him coming on, Man City have still been able to create chance after chance. I think the midfield's been marginally better since Casemiro and Fred have come on, but I don't think they've been world class. I think now it's Laporte. You then have Gundogan there. Rodrigo's back. Can we get a career mode this year? I don't know, Lequan. It's still TBC. I have no idea if I've got the time this year. It's difficult, really, because I'm, spending over 45 hours away from home more than normal. It's just not easy for me to do it anymore. If it were to be a career mode, I would have to do it as a video series rather than a live stream, which I prefer to do as a live stream. I think hearing signing suggestions from you guys, I think is much better, honestly. And I've not purchased FIFA 23 yet, to be honest. Made YouTube All-Star Career Mode with Creator Club. Now that is a really good idea, actually. I'd encourage you to do that. I think that's a really good idea and good concept for a series. Could create some good laughs as well. Man City just giving the ball away a bit cheaply there. Well, I was wrong to say that there were going to be no goals, but the team that did score, in that time when I said that, was Manchester United. It's 6-2, but it's still very embarrassing to lose by a 4-goal margin. Shot. Oh, good save. Bloody hell, that was a good shot. It's gone straight to Anthony. Blocked. How have Manchester United only playing this sort of way now? It's like they're suddenly playing now. But it's... You have to chase 4 goals down. You needed to play like that from minute 1, really. I know the Man City team's substantially less in quality now, but there's no excuse. Penalty. Right, Man United have a penalty. Could be 6-3, this. Well then, that's... Okay. Since the 4 substitutions, Manchester United could get 2 goals out of this here. It's very close. So, Fernandes does well to get the pass off to Martial. Martial's really made a difference. I think it's Cancelo who concedes it. Martial's been a handful, really. I mean, if it's 6-3, it'll show to me that maybe City defensively are not quite perfect, yeah. But it's clear to me that the substitutions are very likely not going to be in the starting 11 anytime soon, honestly. Martial, what a penalty that is. Top bins, literally unstoppable. No goalkeeper will be saving that. 6-3. 9 goals in this game. That's a really nice penalty there. They've now got 2 goals back from where they were. That's a really nice penalty. Brilliant penalty. But unfortunately, it also once again just feels like a consolation. And yeah, we've got 2 minutes of added time. So added time is now being added into the mix now. Definitely impossible for a comeback, but at least Manchester United have actually just made it a little bit more respectable. But if anyone's predicted 6-3, then fair play. Fair play to anyone who's managed to predict 6-3. Do you think the next game will be a boring or a goal fest? I mean, I think I predicted 2-2, actually, for this game. I just generally think these two sides have got a good rivalry. So I'll go for 2-2, but it'll either be that or a dull 0-0 draw. I don't really have any preference. I think Leeds defensively are not particularly strong, but Villa have not been really good defensively either. So I'll go for a goal fest, but we'll see what happens. Here's Diego Dallo. All of a sudden, now Manchester United looking quite dangerous here. Fernandes trying to do a dink. It doesn't work out. 2 goals from Martial in this game, let me just point out. Maybe Martial should be starting up front, honestly. City defence hasn't been good for the previous 2 seasons. Well, I wouldn't say it's been bad, but I wouldn't say it's like world class. I think that's the best way of putting it. We're within 15 seconds away of the added time being over. It is looking like we're going to have a 9-goal thriller. And I tell you what, I really enjoyed watching this game. It makes me sad that Man City are just so ahead of the game. But regardless, you've just got to give credit where credit's due. Manchester City have got a load of quality. A lot of people leaving the stadium, I'm going to be honest. 6-3, that's nearly my height. Blue Terrier, shut your mouth. That's not nice. Right, full time. It is officially full time. 2 hat-tricks in the name of Foden and Erling Haaland has ultimately carried Manchester City over the line. Anthony made things interesting when he scored from distance to make it 4-1. When it was 6-1, we thought it was going to be a demolition job. But with 4 substitutions from Manchester City, giving minutes to players you wouldn't really expect, to be playing in a game like this. Gomez being one example, Cole Palmer being another one as well. And since they've actually come on, for 4 substitutions at least, City did drop down with their intensity and they gave Manchester United 2 goals from Martial to make it not quite as embarrassing as it looks. It's still embarrassing to concede 6 goals, but at least Manchester United could say that Martial had a decent game. I feel like Martial is the only one who can hold his head up high in this game. But it's ended here. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3. I'd say it's still a thrashing when you lose by 3 goals, but it's not a demolition. I'd say a demolition is a 5-goal thrashing. A thrashing in itself is a 3-goal. I still think it's a thrashing, but I still think that it's not all doom and gloom for Manchester United. I do think Martial has really shown that he needs to start. He really needs to start Martial. If he doesn't start in the next Premier League game, then I don't know what Erik ten Hag is thinking, really. I don't know what Martial will have to do, really. If Maguire started, Man United would have won, maybe. You never know. Right, so just for the final time, let's go through these stats. Martial with 2 goals in the 84th and 91st minute makes it from 6-1 to 6-3. But ultimately, the game was decided by 3 goals by Foden, 3 goals by Haaland, De Bruyne getting 2 assists with those 2 Haaland goals there. Bernardo Silva, Haaland actually assisting Foden there as well. And Gomez assisting Haaland again, and Haaland assisting Foden. Wow. That is 5 goal contributions from Haaland. So you've got 2 goals. And you've got, you've got 3 goals, sorry. You've got, and 1 assist. Okay, no, so, 5 goal contributions because he assisted 2 of Foden's goals. 5 goal contributions from Erling Haaland. Wow. Incredible. 22 shots to 12, 10 shots on target to 8. So it doesn't look so bad there. 6 shots off target to 1, 6 block shots to 3, 5 corners to 1. 3 big chances to 2, 1 hitting the woodwork there, 2 counter-attacks there, 17 shots inside the box to 6. That's a big, big difference. And breaking news just coming in, actually. We were talking about Bruno Lage. He is sacked. I've just received an article about it. And I'm going to try and find it on Twitter as well, if I can find it. Wolves. There we go. It's not been updated, but I've just been looked on One Football that he's been sacked. So can One Football tell me potentially? Where's the article? There it is. Okay. Reportedly, but I think if One Football are now reporting, they're quite reliable with that. So I'm going to read it now. Okay, Telegraph, Athletic. Oh yeah, Ornstein, pretty reliable too. Disappointing defeat in London. Yeah, I mean it was 17 versus, 18 versus 17 actually. So even more disappointing there. Lager was disappointed heading straight down the tunnel without launching Wolves away support. Oh my days. It's not good, isn't it? The next general in the end, we need to show respect our fans. Yeah, but he didn't clap the fans. It's really bad. June 2021 from Benfica. Yeah, went to finish 10th place, but yeah, 18th place, 6 points in 8. And how many did they score? Only 3 goals in 8. It's not looking good for Wolves at all. Lager looks like he's going to go. Who will they bring in? That is anyone's guess, honestly. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just waiting for, like, reports and stuff like that. It looks pretty much dead set now that Lager is leaving. Birmingham women are winning. Ah, nice for them. Right. I think I'm going to end it today. I'm going to start preparing my review video, actually. So I'm actually going to start watching all the championship goals from this weekend. And we've got a lot to watch for that Watford have scored 4 goals today. So, yeah, that's another result that's happened. Stoke 0, Watford 4. So, apologies on that. Got an indigestion there. It's about time he's sacked, says Coniston there. Yeah, I did feel like his writing was on the wall a little bit. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this stream today. We've ended on 22 likes, so we've actually just kind of peaked on 22 likes. We didn't really build on from that, sadly, but I think it is a small improvement from my stream yesterday, so thank you so much for that, regardless. And in terms of subs, we gained 1 sub today on 1,478. Not quite enough to get 1,480, but I tell you this, guys, thank you to all the ones who've donated, actually, because I think that was the big part. I was really surprised. Coniston, Jack, thank you as well. Jake, thank you as well. And there was one more who did as well. It was, yeah, no, was it just you three? Okay, so you had Jack, Coniston, Jake. It was those 3. Okay, well, thank you to the 3 of you who have donated there. I really do appreciate that. It really does help the growth of this channel. Right, so what am I doing next on Let's Lexus? Well, Monday, you'll see the review video. In terms of content for the rest of the week, I don't know. You'll definitely see predictions in terms of... yeah, I mean, you've got to see... I mean, is Premier League playing midweek? No, Premier League won't be. No, what am I thinking? So yeah, you'll get the review video on the Monday. I want to try and do another, like, one-off video that's not a predictions video. Could be something on transfers, because it's been long overdue. I need to do a transfers video there. But yeah, you'll see that. You'll definitely see my predictions for the Championship and the Premier League sometime this week, potentially on the Wednesday and the Thursday. So that could be happening too. And yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say, actually. I think that's all I've got to do. If there's stuff you want to see on this channel, let me know. Because I always look at your guys' comments, and I will be able to hopefully do it as soon as I can. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like if you haven't. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Please continue to share the channel too. That also really helps too. This will wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I'm Legendary Sony and for streaming. As always, I'll see you guys soon. It has ended Manchester City 6. Manchester United 3. A 9-goal thriller. Honestly, everything and more that I would have wanted in this game. Thank you, both Manchester clubs, for providing some brilliant entertainment. I'll see you guys soon in another video and a stream. But without any further ado, I'll be leaving now. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon.